Of course, you gonna come in here with that.
Yeah, I had to, you know what I'm saying? I'm on Symone the sports show, so
Got no respect for nobody.
damn sure not the Eagles.
Go ahead and introduce yourself because it's been a while since you've been here.
Oh, well, to everybody, hey, how y'all doing? I'm Eric Graham. I'm putting my government out there, but you can call me EG, you know, the one and only Dallas Cowboys fan, the greatest team in the world, even though we, 3-7 right now, you know, we're going through hard times, but you know, we're still America's team. So
Are y'all though?
come on, we are America's team. We're the most valuable franchise like in the world, despite us
I
losing.
will give y'all
Not
that.
only are we America's team, but we're the world's team. Like
The world's team though.
because we're always there. I was thinking about this like a couple weeks back. We're America's team because we're always relevant. Like even if we go like 0-16, like
Y'all the only
we're in
ones.
everybody's mouth. We're in everybody's mouth.
No, y'all are in your own mouth. Nobody else.
No, see, and this is what I'm talking about. See, every time we lose, or we win or lose, but especially when we lose, you know, we might not say nothing, but y'all and all sports teams, all sports fans across America, oh, the Cowboys, they lost, yada
No,
yada.
no, 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 no,
It's
no,
like
no.
okay, but if the Browns lose, nobody say nothing. If the Eagles lose,
Because the Browns fans
you know what
are
I'm saying?
hyping themselves up every offseason. Y'all be
Okay,
hyping
whatever.
themselves
Like
up.
you know, Steelers fans, they do like you know what I'm
They
saying.
don't hype themselves up though. Like y'all hype
Yeah.
yourselves up. Y'all put yourselves in a position
Okay,
to
but we still like
wow.
okay, nobody got to say nothing back. Like every team has their fan base that's gonna hype themselves. Okay, we're gonna make moves this year. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Duh. Okay, everybody want to see us lose. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, we still in everybody's mouth, win or lose, and that's why we America's team. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's a couple organizations that got more rings than us. You know, but they're not.
Now this is what I will say. I will say yes, y'all are okay, football wise, of course, one of the most profitable franchises. But the media, and
The
I
most.
hmm?
The most.
The most, yes. Because y'all keep buying that whack gear. That ain't working.
Anyway.
Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. Yes. So we're gonna start talking about some NBA stuff, Eric. And we already got some questions in here that we gotta go ahead.
What they talking about?
So Golden State Warriors need more depth. Obviously, Klay Thompson out for the season. That hurts. Obviously the Golden State Warriors, they were battling injury last season. We're expected to come back and try to get back in their form, but they just got that news. What is it, Achilles?
Yeah, he tore his Achilles, which is really sad because I really wanted to see the Splash Brothers this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go up against probably the rest of the West. You know, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. You know, they're bringing Draymond Green back. You know, they're older, but Steph and Klay are shooters, so they're never not that they're never going to lose their touch, but they're still going to be high value players and still going to have a high output. You know, their game is not based on athleticism. You know, if a LeBron James, tore his Achilles or something like that, as great as he is, he would have a severe drop in production. But Clay, Steph, those type of guys, you just want to see those guys get back in shape and be healthy and compete. So, gonna miss out on that. The Warriors will still be competitive, but definitely not top four. I'll probably say top 6 or 7. But yes, they do need more depth, I think. Even Kelly Oubre, I'm not sure if they're gonna bring him off the bench or not, but
that was a good little move. And
it was
even when Klay come back, but that's not no replacing Klay move. But they had to do something.
Yeah, he definitely won't replace Klay. Klay is, I'm not going to say irreplaceable, but I mean, he's one of the top, in my opinion, top 5 shooters of all time. Him and Steph. It's just crazy how great of shooters they are. But yeah, Kelly Oubre is definitely not going to replace.
But I like Kelly Oubre energy though, as a young player.
Oh yeah, he's bringing that. He's tough too. He'll dunk on you too. Sneak a couple of those in. So I'm not sure how he is on the defensive end, but You also got to remember the Warriors out Andrew Wiggins.
What he gonna do? I don't like his energy.
He was still he even though he's not the toughest guy
He's
mentally,
lazy.
he's still I wouldn't say he's lazy. He's just not as aggressive. He's
Lazy.
still in Minnesota was giving you 20 plus points a game, for multiple seasons.
That's
So
true.
you add that to Klay Thompson. Well, Klay Thompson not playing, but you add that to Steph Curry, Draymond Green is smart, and then offense. Steve Kerr, those guys, they'll figure it out. Again, that bench though, like that's the question. What you gonna do when them guys need some rest?
Exactly.
Because that was the key to their dynasty. Really was obviously Steph and Clay were really great. They were outstanding, but they had great players in Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, another key guys. They also had size too, which I really like their pickup in James Wiseman.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for sure.
I'm
They
really
needed that pick. Good thing they didn't trade that pick.
I'm sorry?
I said good thing they didn't trade that pick when they thought Clay was gonna be healthy.
Oh yeah, that is a great thing because they would have been, yeah. So glad they kept that. I mean, they could still do some things with. I mean, let's say they want to move on from him, they'll probably get some stuff back. But somebody said they need to trade Wiggins. They'll probably get some. If they did trade Wiggins, they'll probably get some good pieces back because he's no scrub. He's just not aggressive. But he's still, despite him not being aggressive, he still can get you 20 plus a game. He was averaging 20 plus a game in Minnesota. So
yeah, but when you get to the playoffs, you need that dog mentality. And that's why Jimmy won't rock it with them.
You do need that dog. But
so
you would need to trade him, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe, new team, maybe he'll wake up. He's gonna be on the West Coast out there. Maybe that'll be enough to get him vibing. But he said Dallas got all their linemen, receivers, and an okay quarterback, and they're still 3-7. I'm dead. So
that's what I'm talking. That's what I was talking about before. We see no matter what, we always in somebody's mouth,
Because you can't be here with that Dallas
we're talking about Dallas, you know what I mean?
You knew what was so happy.
I get it. I knew it comes with the territory, so it's cool. But he is right. I mean, he's not right. We don't have all our linemen. So for one, Travis Frederick, our starting center, he retired like out of nowhere at the beginning of the season. And then we got, I think, 2 or 3 other guys on the line hurt. So our offensive line is, I'm not in shambles, but it's not at full strength.
I will give you that.
We do still have key guys. Obviously, we got 3 great receivers in Gallup and Mark Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Everybody saw that catch. That thing was crazy, but we got him too. We still got Zeke. Andy Dalton's still okay, so we still should be able to make some moves. But, our defense, trash. But whatever. We ain't talking about that right
now. So what do you think? First of all, yeah, make sure y'all listen to he got 2 names. One of his names is HD Let's Go Birds. Make sure y'all listen to Let's Go Birds and hit the like button if you haven't. But Eric, what is going on with DeMar DeRozan? Because at first it seemed like he was gonna get traded. Now it seemed like he's staying where he at. What you think?
I've been wondering that same thing. So when free agency first started, I thought it would have been a great idea for him to get traded to the Lakers. He's from LA.
I know. I was like, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, I think we might have could. I might have seen you kind of agree with me on YouTube, on Twitter at one point. But anyway, I'm not sure what the deal is. I mean, if I was him, I would kind of want to get out of San Antonio and
exactly
and contender. More low key the Lakers, but I'm not sure what his contract is like. And the Lakers are just signing guys, so it's probably a wrap for him in terms of being with the Lakers. He probably won't be able to go to the Clippers, especially Kawhi being there, right? And then not trading for that. So I'm not sure. It looks like he's staying put in San Antonio unless they trade him to somewhere, I don't know. But the Rockets, they're trying to move on from James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Is that gonna happen though?
So if I'm the
Rockets,
if I'm the Rockets, I saw a report where they said they're willing to get uncomfortable, and I'm like, yeah.
When was this? Recently?
This is on somewhere on ESPN over the last week or so. Like, it's been reported that James Harden and Russell Westbrook want out, and it's like, okay, but if I'm the Rockets, I'm not just trading them for like draft picks. Like, you never know. I can't, like, okay, they're they got a ton of draft picks, but who's coming out? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
what you're gonna get with those picks. So you rather get like an actual return on your investment. So it's like, you know, if I'm the Rockets and I'm trading Russell Westbrook, I'm trading James Harden, I need some pieces back. You know,
Exactly.
I need some guys who can give me 20, 25 a game. You know, I don't need like a first round draft pick because, you know, that's going to rebuild, whatever. You know, we're trying to win and we're trying to win now. So I saw something a while ago and it proved to be untrue, but it made sense at the time. You know, if you're trading Russell Westbrook, okay, trade him for John Wall, you know, or if you're, you know, I was just thinking just now, we were talking about DeMar DeRozan. Okay, do a 3-team deal. You bring in DeMar DeRozan, even though he's not, you know, James Harden or Russell Westbrook. He's still
DeMar DeRozan is still very serviceable though.
Yeah, very serviceable. But in today's game, you know, he's not a 3-point shooter. And he's not like a Kawhi where he's like, you know, that lethal. But you know, he's still
as a vet guard though. Like I would want him. Period.
Yeah, and so you know, as a pseudo Lakers fan, that's why I was kind of wanting to see him on the Lakers. I thought he would have been a good third piece.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, he's got a good, you know, we're talking about that dog mentality, that warrior type of mentality, no pun intended. He'd have been a good piece for them. So, you know, we'll see where he ends up. You know, it looks like he's kind of staying put in San Antonio, but I hope he, you know, gets somewhere where he can contend. But everybody wants to be somewhere where they can contend, you know.
So what you think about James? So obviously James Harden, he said he would either want to go to the Nets or he want to go to the Sixers. So obviously if he go to the Nets, he's trying to play with Kyrie and KD. If he goes to the Sixers, we're gonna have to trade somebody like Ben. And you know our fan base split down the middle. Either they love Ben or they hate Ben. So you Daryl, what you gonna do? Are you rocking with Ben? Are you waiting for that? You know he keeps saying he's working on that shot. Come on, bruh.
That's tough. Because
are you rocking with Ben? Like, what you doing?
Personally, this may be shocking, whatever, but I think Ben Simmons is a bit overrated because he can't shoot. He has great potential if he shot the ball, but you know, you get in a playoff situation, right? And all you're gonna do is pass the ball, drive to the hoop. Okay, you saw what happened with Giannis. It's basically the same thing. You got a big guy that can handle the ball, and the only area that they're effective in is in the paint. Okay, down then what, right? So I'm not sure what year Ben is in, but it's like if you don't have a jump shot by now, like you're not gonna have one by next season or the one after that.
Well, mind you, his free throw shooting has been improving, which means he is. That means you are working on something fundamental wise. If you're free throw, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're working on something. But how long is it gonna take? James Harden got his free throws and his three. You know, he's got his jump shot now. You know what I mean? And then you pair that with Joel Emiid, you know, that'd be a great inside-outside combo. You know, so and that's what you want in Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. You know, a guard. You got a big guard. You know, a perimeter guy. He can play some great defense. You know what I mean? But if I'm Daryl Morey, I am definitely taking a look and seeing, okay, can we move Ben Simmons for James Harden? Because you know, you talk about inside out, like, and if you can get Joel Embiid to play more in the post, that's low key unstoppable in terms of inside out. Like James Harden, you know, dribble. Okay, shoot the three, and it's probably going in. Okay, if not, he's going to draw the foul. You know, Embiid, he's got enough skill, you know, so he can shoot threes, right? So if he wanted to, he could. Damn, he got on that hat.
The only ever Cowboys fan ever around.
But you know, Joel Embiid can you know, he can spread the floor. We got Tobias Harris, so if James Harden wants to drive, he can go it in. So, you know, I think it would be a good 1-2 combo. And then you got Tobias Harris. So if I'm Daryl Morey, I would kind of figure out if I can move Ben Simmons for James Harden. But, you know, then what you going to do with Russell Westbrook if you're the Rockets, right? Because then you got Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons. I don't know if that makes it well. So
So he said the Rockets stated it more likely than not that they start the season with Harden. Of course, they're gonna say that.
Right.
They're not gonna say
And
nothing.
then he said, I think he fits best with the Sixers, and I agree with that. Like, so I didn't even get to the Nets. So, let's say the Rockies make a dumb move and trade him to the Nets, right, for Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert and maybe some picks or whatever, right? You got two guys that really need the ball in James Harden and Kyrie Irving, and then you got Kevin Durant who can play off the ball. It's been shown, in earlier years that James Harden could play off the ball. It was like early Rockets days. I just saw some clips where he was like shooting mid range and like playing off the ball, but it was just like a small sample size, right? After 6+ years of having the ball in your hand, and you got Kyrie Irving. It's like, does that fit? And I don't think it does. But I agree with I think it was what his name Junior said, that he would best fit with the 76ers. And you got Doc too.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah. And then the Nets, you got that first year head coach and Steve Nash and
Kyrie and KD say they're gonna be coaching.
Yeah, I'm not really.
What that mean?
Yeah, I'm not really.
I was like, poor Steve. You don't know what he like.
A big part of the game is the mentality, and you got to be smart, and you gotta respond to leadership well. And if you're just out there thinking, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and just not, you take away the flow of the game, team chemistry, and then you get bounced out the playoffs. And it's like, well, you had all this talent. Okay, you had the talent, but you didn't know what you was doing up here.
With it. Period. So Ruck said, I'm a Cavs fan, LeBron fan, and after LeBron retired, I'm an all-day Ben Simmons fan right now. My two favorite team is the Lakers, 76ers. So wherever Ben Simmons go, I go. I feel you, man. I'm a LeBron fan too. I'm a LeBron fan. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, you gotta respect what he's doing.
Yeah, so Ben Simmons is LeBron light. He's they're the same type of player. Big pass first type of guys, bread and butters in the paint. The difference is Ben Simmons can't shoot at all, So they're both pass first type of guys, not type of guys, pass first guys, big guys that can handle the ball, bread and butters in the paint. But again, he's not offensively skilled as LeBron. So.
He said, we saw Ben take shots and make a couple of threes, though. He just needs to get comfortable with doing it. And that's a fact. And I feel like with the new coaching now that we got like a coach who just commands so much respect, he could bring more confidence out of these guys. I definitely think, sometimes Embiid he'll get the label of like, not always playing up to his full caliber. But when you bring in a coach like Doc Rivers, I think Doc is going to be the guy, if anybody can, to bring out the most out of Ben and Joel. So I do think we're going to see them try out Joel and Ben at least one more season, especially with Al Horford gone. I definitely think they're going to be trying out to see what Doc can do, because we've seen Doc put that work in with some other players before, bringing out their best. But my thing is, I think we need to get a veteran guard. Obviously, I really wanted to get Rondo, somebody for the cheap, somebody for the veteran minimum, a veteran guard coming in behind Ben who could teach him the ways, an OG. I was hurt to see Rondo go to the Hawks. I know, and that was a great pickup. And that's that same mindset they was thinking is the same reason why I wanted Rondo. I just think we need a veteran guard, somebody who could come in, mentor Ben on and off the court. We don't really have that much depth at the point. You got Seth, which is a great addition to the backcourt shooting wise, but of course Seth is a shooting guard. He does the best when he's playing off ball. We need a guy who can handle the rock, make plays for other guys, and come in behind Ben. Period.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So, one of the guys mentioned earlier about LeBron. LeBron's always had that issue up until this season is, who else is going to come in and handle the ball?
Period.
It's the same thing for Ben Simmons. I think it's because, they have so much control on the ball, when they're in the game. It's maybe as a GM, you forget, okay, they do have to come off the floor, and I guess they think, okay, we'll kind of, be passive when they're off the floor. But it is important to have, multiple guys that can create shots for other guys. So, hopefully, I'm not sure who else is out there on that market. It would have been a great pickup if you guys got Rondo. I'm not sure he was interested in the 76ers, but
I'm sure he would be interested. He got a better chance than the Hawks right now. I know the Hawks is making major moves. The Hawks making big moves, but I feel like the 76ers would have been closer to a back.
Oh yeah, they definitely would have been closer to a chip than the Hawks. But he got more money there, and he's also probably, like you said, he's trying to do the same thing there with Trae Young as he thought he would have did with Ben Simmons. So, but again, you guys,
somebody like Derrick Rose, a vet, cheap, making about $7 million a year. He's on the tail end of his contract. But
it's been good to see Derrick Rose in Philly.
I know.
I'm trying to think of some other guards, older kind of floor generals that would have been good. I can't think of any off the top of my head because the league is a lot younger now. But yeah, Derrick Rose, it would have been good to see him play in Philly.
Wait, I saw someone say today that he re-signed. Is that true?
He re-signed with Detroit?
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure. I don't know what he did. I was trying to think and figure that out, but I don't know what his contract situation is like. So I can't speak to that.
So I like Shake Milton. My thing is, I like Shake, a lot of potential, but my thing is, if it comes down to us getting somebody like a veteran guard and Shake has to be a part of the package, I'm okay with moving Shake. But I like what he saw. I like his potential. But if it comes down to us, like we were potentially trying to get Derrick Rose and we had a package Shake in there, then Shake need to get it stepped.
And we had to shake up out of there.
Right, you had to shake up out of there. But yeah, I like him he's a good young dude, shows flashes of potential. He was a G League guy, so he grinded in the G League. Gotta have respect for those dudes. He said, how do you feel about ESPN projecting the starting roster consisting of Howard, Simmons, and B. Green? That's no.
I was before I even got to the last line, I was like, no, that's
no. We don't need Howard and Embiid out there at the same time. I definitely see Seth coming in and starting, but
that lineup is pretty bad.
Who said this?
It's great defensively.
And it could be a potential lineup, but that's not going to be our starting lineup.
It's great. Outside of Danny Green, I mean, he's.
It's just a lot going on here. I don't.
in terms of defense, that's a great. Like they're probably number one in the league.
But started though.
But offensively, that's horrible.
Right. It's a lot. I didn't miss Green in there, but
I forgot Danny Green got traded to you guys.
I like that move because Danny Green was stranded in OKC for about 2 days. And Danny Green, y'all sleeping on Danny. Danny Green.
I am.
Everywhere he goes, he won a championship. That's a good luck charm.
Look, if you look at last year, like he was definitely sticking up the joint.
Okay, he was sticking up the joint. He had he had
me and a couple of my homies, we were like, yeah, you got to get Danny up out of there. And,
look, Danny and Kuzma knew that one of them were going. They knew, like, both of them probably had their suitcases ready. Like, they knew, like, okay, one of us is not making it.
Only reason Kuzma's not gone because he's got that rookie contract and upside. But Danny,
I know when they were talking about getting DeRozan, they were like, Kuz, Danny. They were like,
yeah, out of there. Both of those guys.
But I like the addition of Danny because, like I said, Danny a little good. And mind you, his contract is going to be up next year. So it's extremely low risk. We got rid of Al. I mean.
Yeah, they said the fit wasn't really great with Embiid and Tobias. Where did Al end up going?
OKC.
Oh, true.
I don't know why OKC. I mean, y'all like it. I love it. Here, take
it. But I mean, you guys are starting lineup though. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what you guys do. But definitely gonna need some shoots. I mean, you guys.
I want to see Seth out there.
You want who?
Seth Curry.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You got Ben, Seth, Tobias, Embiid, obviously, and then who's your fifth guy? Can't think.
Danny.
I'm sorry.
Danny probably coming off the bench.
Oh, true. Yeah, so I mean, you can, you know what I'm saying. You could probably put NB, you put Ben at the 1, you put Seth at the 2, probably put Danny at the 3, Tobias at the 4, and Embiid at the 5. I think that's a good lineup. I think that's a
So
good.
what do you think about Tobias Harris? First of all, what's up, Jersey boy? He said, I think Rose would be a good pickup. Rose would be a perfect pickup. Under the radar kind of dude. You know, people forgetting about him. Rose put up back-to-back 18-point seasons. Back-to-back seasons where he averaged 18 points. He got something to prove. He's an OG who want to get that last ring before he get out of here.
Yeah.
All it takes is the right system and the right leadership for these OGs to get their ring. Look at Dwight Howard. Everybody thought his career was dead in the mud.
It was. But he did what he had to do. But yeah, Derrick Rose would be that type of guy too. I mean, he'd have a bit of he'd probably play a bigger role than what Dwight did this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, given he's a point guard, he's a scoring guard at that. He would have more of an impact. But yeah, he would be really valuable on coming off you guys' bench, especially. It'd be great to see what Doc would do.
Mm-hmm. Low risk, high reward type guy.
Yeah, I mean, just like Rajon Rondo, boy, any year really in recent memory. So, only guy I feel will fit in, Ball, D Rose, my Reggie Jackson. That's scheme wise, like I can feel that.
He done brought that up a couple of times. He really feeling Reggie.
Yeah, I can see the vision, but he's just not. He's not as good. He's not that good. I don't think, in my opinion. But I do agree in terms of a guy coming off the bench trying to score, but he's just missing a little something in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a position, like pretty much the last positional need we need to fill. Like, I'm impressed, super, super, super impressed with what we've done so far. Because like our main objective was getting rid of Al Horford's contract, because just him and Joel just did not fit, it just did not fare well. But we need somebody who can come off the bench, create plays, space the floor. Obviously, that's the biggest thing we've been missing in the recent years, pretty much since JJ Redick left. So we need to make sure we have a veteran guy, especially if we're trying to make a playoff run, a real playoff run. We need to have depth at the point position, somebody who can go get a bucket at will, because that's how the league is now.
It'd be crazy, like, we talked about James Harden earlier, and I mentioned sort of a 3-team deal. It'd be crazy if you guys kind of got like Spencer Dinwiddie or Caris LeVert in sort of a 3-team deal somehow. Then James Harden. Like,
crazy.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, James Harden do get sent to the Nets, and they send whatever back to the Rockets, and then Spencer or Caris end up on the 76ers somehow. Then that's your piece. Right there. So it's the right hat, Gordy.
Let him know, Gordy. Wrong
I know
hat.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, it's that'd be great somehow if y'all got like Spencer Dinwiddie or Caris LeVert. Those some good guys. I actually had the opportunity to see them play in person. I went to a Nets game once, and those some good guys.
I like Caris LeVert. He got that dog mentality. He played well above himself, and that's something that any team needs.
Yeah, I think he dropped 50 last year at one point.
He was 50 dude, boy. Who go get a bucket? That's what I'm talking about. That's a dude who go get a bucket. Period.
Yeah. Let's say, I'm thinking Terry Rose. What if y'all got like Terry?
Oh, that's somebody I was thinking about too. Because they got what's his name? Start with a D.
Who? You said on the Hornets?
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with a D. I don't even know all the Hornets.
Devontae.
Oh, Devontae Graham. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, Terry Rozier, he was a guy who was already involved in a lot of trade rumors. That would be a great pickup for us. I've been meaning to do that video. I just been lazy. But I think that would be a great pickup for us,
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
And I know he'll be interested. I mean, you going from the destitute Hornets to
he just went there for that check.
Oh yeah, I ain't mad how they play him.
Yeah.
But now you got a chance.
Yeah,
He
get your
said, "I'm
money.
still upset we could have had Tatum shakes my head." Man, Tatum a dog, boy.
Hey, you got Gordon Hayward now. You a Hornets fan? I don't know. But yeah, no, that was kind of weird. They didn't pay Kimba, but they paid
Man, what was they thinking?
Rubio.
Gordon Hayward? Like, I could see Gordon Hayward for a depth piece at this point, but Gordon Hayward paying him all that money? The man is never there.
So Ruck just talked about Ricky Rubio. That's a good idea too.
That is a good idea. It's so many freaking ideas, bro.
Yeah, and she's not a scorer, but he's the same type of guard in terms of pass first. He's smart too, Ricky Rubio. But I'm not sure how he is defensively. But he also has improved drastically since when he first got in the league to where he is now in terms of 3-point shooting.
Mm-hmm.
He was horrible when he first came in the league back some time ago, and now I'm not saying he's like Kyle Korver or nothing like that, but he's definitely improved dramatically. I saw somebody say something about.
He said, "What are you talking about?"
Right here, where do you rank the Sixers
in the East after the draft, free agency? Are we better than Celtics, Heat, and Bucks? I would put us around. Just obviously, we haven't seen all the pieces mesh, but I would put us around just right now 3-4. I mean, the Celtics are the team I'm most. First of all, we got to see what the Nets do. Are they going to make this move for James? I mean, James is dead set. Will be in the net. And I just see, are they going to make that move? But even if they do get James, they're not going to have any depth. And no shade, but KD, you're coming off an injury. You haven't even seen what you can do after the injury. Kyrie Irving is never healthy, huh?
I'm hearing Kevin Durant is coming back with a vengeance. So
I listen to Kevin Durant podcast. I love his podcast, and he seemed like he about it.
Yeah.
But
I also heard it's Achilles. I also heard it's his. I think it's his non-jumping Achilles or something like that. But I mean, it remains to be seen. But I've seen a couple of videos where they're saying, "Oh, KD, he's still back." So
and he's laid low working. You haven't heard nothing from him,
right? And have you seen his hair? He don't care about basketball. I mean, nothing.
You talking about that
basketball? Yeah, he's not even focused on looks or nothing. He just straight hooping. So he ready to come back.
Right. He don't even care about
his game. Also, his game is we're gonna get to that question in terms of ranks, but his game is not. It's really not based on athleticism. He's got a lot of skill and he's got a lot of height. So he can still
lanky arm.
Yeah, he can still pull up. He can still cross you over a little. You know what I'm saying? Left shoulder, right shoulder, post up. He can still put the ball in the hole. Let's say he's not a 30-point scorer anymore. Okay, well he's still gonna get you at least 24. Like, you know what I mean? He's not like out. So, but I still think he can still score up in there. If he's not scoring 30 a game, he's probably scoring 20. His career average is 27. So let's say 27. If he's not scoring 27, he's probably scoring like 24, 25. I think. But it remains to be seen. But that's what I think. So
I still have us around just right now, just on paper, around 3 or 4. I feel like the Celtics is the team that I'm worried about the most in the East, because the Celtics got multiple guys who can. I know we didn't see as much from y'all boy from Charlotte, Kemba. We didn't see as much. We didn't see Kemba's full potential last season in the playoffs. But they got multiple guys who can take over a stretch scoring-wise. And Jason Tatum, Kemba, little dude, I forget his name, Jaylen Brown. They've got multiple guys who can take over.
They're still young.
And their youngness is the reason why they didn't win last season. Yeah. They had the talent to beat the Heat, but it was that dog. Jimmy's grit is the reason why the Celtics didn't win.
Most clutch dude in the NBA.
You know what I'm saying? Jimmy's grit is the reason why they didn't win. But I'm saying if they knew, because they're young, they don't know their full potential. They don't know their full caliber.
They don't know how to control.
Oh my goodness! So the Kings declined to match the Hawks. So Bogdanovich is going to be going to the Hawks.
Oh,
that's a big steal.
That's a good pickup for the Hawks.
And that's another team we go because I'm not worried about the Hawks. Worry, but the Hawks they bolster up. They went from
they're trying to make that. They're trying to make that 7th, 8th seed.
Exactly. Now they got Chris Dunn, one of the best defenders. They added Rondo to help out Trey because Trey had virtually no help.
Yeah.
Now they got Bogdan.
Yeah, they looking pretty nice.
They got Baby Cam, a baby star and Cam. So that's another team that we used to cruise by that we're gonna have to actually, not low manage for.
Yeah, right. Let me think about this question though in terms of where I rank the Sixers though. I
have the Celtics. If the Celtics play up to their full potential, if they know who they are, the Celtics realize what they got. I got the Celtics still like up there. I'm not sure about the Bucks though. The Bucks added Drew Holiday, but what else have they done?
They got Drew Holiday.
Trying to get Bogdan, remember, but Bogdan figured out a way not to go to the Bucks. So the Bucks added Drew, but what else did they do to improve?
Drew's really valuable. He
is, but I'm just saying, what else?
You're right, but he can still. One thing that they didn't have, so the Bucks. Okay, here's how I feel about the Bucks.
He said Kings front office need to get drug tested. Period. What is the Kings thinking, Bogdan, buddy? Y'all need to do whatever y'all can to keep them too happy.
Yeah, he's But in terms of the Bucks though, I think Chris Middleton is really good when he wants to be, and he showed that when Giannis went out. And let's say he had another guy in Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday can get a bucket. You know what I mean? Like that's where they improved at. I think he's more of a consistent scorer and a better defender than what Eric Bledsoe was. So that's great. So, in terms of a third offensive option, I think that's what they got there. And they still have the shooters surrounding Giannis. So I think, if they had to run the playoffs back again and they had Drew Holiday instead of Eric Bledsoe and, a couple other guys, I think they make the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not saying that they go to the finals, but I think did they go to the Eastern Conference Finals? No, because it was Boston and Miami. I think they made the Eastern Conference Finals. But I'm not saying they win or even go to the finals, but I think they at least make it. So I think that's where they improve there. So I've got
the team. What's your ranking?
Yeah, so I got the Bucks. I still got the Bucks first. I do not like the Raptors like that. Siakam's pretty soft. So I got the Bucks. I'm gonna just give it to the Nets, assuming
assuming everything is going to happen for them.
I'm gonna give it to the Nets, and then
the Nets was gutsy without KD and LeVert. Thought he was gonna carry the team by himself. So imagine when he actually got some help.
And then you gotta. They're the defending Eastern Conference champs, so and they added Avery Bradley, so I'm gonna put the Heat third.
That was a good move.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
I keep forgetting they got Avery Bradley. That was a good move.
So now this is where Sixers or Celtics, and it's like we talking about Sixers if they get James Harden, or are we talking about the Sixers now?
This is now, but you heard our lineup.
Yeah, so
and Doc. Give Doc some credit.
I'm gonna give the Sixers a step 4 and then put the Celtics 5.
Yeah, I'm around 3-4 when it comes to the Sixers. It's a tight race between. It's gonna be a tight race between those top 5 teams in the East. I got to actually see how they play out. He said Rozier would be a good pickup. I didn't think about him. He would. He said I thought his hair was Photoshop. I thought it was too. I was like, I know y'all lying. He's talking about
who?
Patch.
Oh yeah. No, that's his real hair. Yeah.
I was like, I know you lying.
Yeah, that's his real
I'm not
hair.
sold on the Nets yet. Kyrie and Harden are a bad fit, all ball dominant players. Plus, they won't have enough money to fill their roster. Boston and Miami ahead of us for now, but we coming. Now, my thing is, take Harden out of it. Just KD and Kyrie. I like that. And they're apparently best friends now, so they're gonna have all the chemistry in the world. I don't know when they became best friends.
Russ and Harden was best friends too.
No, they're actually best friends. Like, oh, KD, Kyrie, what's up?
Bottom line is you got to get it done on the court.
Period.
So,
no, I'm saying two guys who have, like, KD was like, oh, he didn't fit in with the Warriors. Kyrie didn't like playing under LeBron's paw. So now they're both in their perfect scenario that they wanted to be in. So I'm like, okay, let's see how y'all.
We'll see. I mean, neither one of them like their relationship dynamics with the other players, but they still won championships. So, and I'm saying we've seen, in terms of favorable relationships with James Harden and Russell Westbrook and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard get bounced. You know what I'm saying, at the playoffs. So bottom line is you got to get it done. As players. So we'll see. I'm not saying that Kyrie and KD won't get it done in terms of going to the Eastern Conference Finals or even finals, but I'm just saying the relationship thing doesn't really mean much.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he said Bucks didn't really improve that much. Giannis got to improve shooting in the playoffs. That's a fact. But Celtics and Heat are better for sure. I like you said, I like to pick up Drew, but just adding Drew, I don't think it's going to take them over the top. It moves the needle, but not like a huge deal.
I don't know. I still think the Bucks are still the best team in that conference. I mean, like just the way they fit together. At least when I watch them, I'm like, yo, they are like a well-oiled machine in terms of a team. But their coach
in the regular season, I don't know what happened in playoffs.
They didn't play Giannis that much. I mean, he was playing like 20-some minutes a game. It's like, yo, but also, the second part is, he's got to improve his shooting. So, that was a detriment too. But I mean, have they just play hard, play Giannis a little bit more? I mean, he would have got a couple more buckets. What I mean? He might have shot 1 or 2 more threes, and it might have been a different story. But leave your star players in terms of coaching. Okay, you might have did something. So I think they were a better team, but I don't think they were coached right. But
that's we see that happen a lot with us and Brett Brown. He said, I don't believe Milwaukee can get past Brooklyn or Miami. Now, the thing is, on paper, I actually got to see Brooklyn. Like, teams like that who are pretty much going to be a brand new team, I got to actually see. I got to put my eyes on what that's, you know what I mean? I got to actually see. Like, Brooklyn on paper, yes. No, they can't get past. But I did like what I saw from them young cats, because them young cats was about it, okay?
Yeah.
They weren't playing like, oh, we have no chance. We're just out here playing. They were playing like, okay, we're going to upset somebody. Now, we wasn't going to do it, but, they were still playing solid.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying.
Everybody keeps saying the Bucks in trouble.
Bucks in trouble. Nobody liking Drew Holiday.
No, they were going to get, if they got Bogdan, because remember, they tried to get Bogdan first. I don't know how Bogdan wiggled out of it. That would have been crazy.
Bogdan is a bucket.
And he wiggled his way out of it. I ain't mad at Bogdan.
Yeah. So
he said, exactly, Levert nice, Brooklyn loaded. I'm ready to see some basketball this period.
It just so we were talking about the James Harden thing. That's also my concern with Brooklyn is, Karis LeVert need the ball. Spencer Dinwiddie kind of need the ball too, So you got
LeVert definitely need the ball.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just like, how's all of that gonna fit? Or you gotta have a couple more shooters out there too. They got Joe Harris. They just re-signed Joe Harris, but they need another, Joe Harris type of shooter too. You know what I mean? So I feel like if they trade Karis or Spencer, they can get something back, and then it's like, okay, let's see they get a couple shooters, some 3-and-D guys. All right, you know what I mean? You talking about something brewing up in Brooklyn for real. Number 1 seed for real. But we'll see. I mean, they may mesh well together, all those guys. So
yeah, we definitely just kind of see, because I mean, it seems like Harden is dead set, and usually when a player is dead set gone, they find their way out, because who want to deal with, you know what I mean? Now you got 2 guys who don't want to be there, Russ and James. It made it apparent that they don't want to be there, because they know them 2 together, they ain't getting it done.
yeah.
But what do you think about John Wall and Bradley Beal. A lot of the Sixers people were like, "Oh, we got to get Bradley Beal. We got to get Bradley Beal. We got to get Bradley Beal." I've seen a lot of teams obviously want to make a trade for Bradley Beal. You think John Wall and Bradley Beal are sticking it out, or what? If I'm them, I'm ready to get. You think they're saying?
Yeah, just from what I've seen, I'm no insider or anything like that, but just on Twitter and just seen John Wall in a couple interviews. I watched Gilbert Arenas podcast. He gave like no indication that he wanted to leave. Not that he would do that publicly, but he just gave indication that he was kind of ready to run it back in DC with Bradley. So I wouldn't say gave indication, but it's just I don't really see much signs that he would want to leave. And it's just like, where would you go? You know, especially with that big contract that he had and he's coming off an Achilles. Like, who's going to trade for him? You know, so but in terms of Bradley Beal, you know, they could trade him. You know what I mean, and see where that goes. But I think those two stay in DC and figure something out. I think maybe they get back in the playoffs somehow, some way, maybe a 7th, 8th seed. You know what I mean? The East is kind of, I don't know.
Tired of that 7th, 8th seed though. These stars nowadays, they were trying to get their ring now. Like you see Russ. Well, I don't know Russ, because Russ said he wanted his old role back. What? Not winning? Like
that little stat pattern, triple double.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was your old role? Your old role wasn't getting you nowhere. The Rockets then got you the furthest. I mean, as of late. But he said, "Where's Hollis Jefferson? He'll be valuable to a few teams." Did they? What? Where is he? Did they resign?
Yeah, I'm thinking now. Like, where you go?
Yeah, that's a great question. Let me Google it now.
Yeah, I put an APB out on him.
Right? Did he get? Let me go to news. What happened to him?
Hey, sis, where's Hollis Jefferson?
Not sis.
Yeah, so
basically, yeah, he's just a free agent.
Oh.
Yep, he's just a free agent.
That's where he at. So, yeah, that's where he at. So I mean, who signs Hollis Jefferson?
That's a great question. Let me read off his stats. So last season he played in 60 games. He started in 6. He averaged 18.7 minutes per game. He averaged 7 points, 4.7 rebounds. I hate the way they do this on Basketball Reference. Gotta keep scrolling for days. You know what stats I'm here for. Put them all together. Like,
yeah, they put that all the way over the head and
exactly.
Yeah.
47% field goal, 13% 3-point. I'm good on Hollis.
How many? How much percent?
13% shooting from 3. So you want to know where Hollis is? He in the gym working on his shot.
He's in the G League, maybe. Or whatever they call it, yeah.
Kobe told Harden that style of play won't work.
And it ain't working.
Lakers upgraded their roster for real. Bron and AD set for another championship. Not sure anybody going to beat them in the playoffs. Jersey boy, AD ain't signed that papers yet.
He going to sign. Like, it's not like he's where he going to go? He's going to sign. If you paid, like, if you saw what he was saying, you know, when they won the chip, he would one thing he particularly said.
And Dwight said too, I love purple.
No, he said I'm gonna follow this guy. You know what I mean? And then there was a question. He was like, I'm not gonna talk about the contract. But I remember him saying, you can go find that clip. He's like, I'm gonna follow LeBron, you know, wherever he goes. So this is more of a
trying to work out the numbers. I see.
Yeah, the numbers in terms of the years. He's gonna resign. So yeah, and if the Nets don't get James Harden, which they probably won't, I don't think, but even if they do, it's still questionable. But yeah, I think the Lakers are definitely.
I don't see anybody get beating the Lakers, and we saw them getting Dennis Schroeder. That was a nasty pick up.
Yeah.
They're
gonna miss Rondo though.
They're gonna miss Rondo. But they y'all said they needed help. They had no depth.
They got Wesley Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
They got Dennis Schroeder.
They got old boy Montrez.
They got Gasol, and re-upped on KCP, and they re-upped on Morris too. So
yeah, I just don't see anybody beating the Lakers right now.
Yeah, they still have what they have defensively, and they're a bit younger and a little more depth. So because they still got Caruso too. Obviously, they have Kuzma. I'm trying to think about the rest of their roster, but I mean those are the core guys right there. I was really impressed with the Wesley Matthews and the Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, that Dennis picker, I was like, oh, y'all up to something because I really
he's a bucket. Yeah, he's a bucket. So
and he got that dog mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go toe to toe with Jimmy. You trying to step? He gonna step too. Like he not a punk. He not gonna get punked. Period.
Yep. And he'll be that third option more solidly, than Kuzma was. And let's say Kuzma develops and becomes it's really a wrap, So so it's on.
Kuzma said, "Stop playing with my name." So maybe him and Ben in the gym together. Him, Ben, and Hollis Jefferson.
Come on, y'all. We gotta work on threes.
Let's all get this right so they can stop playing with my name. He said, "Who they picked up?" Okay, Wall. I'm sorry. Okay, Wall back. Another team got to show their worth, but at least the East nice now. They're bound to make the playoffs. Who is he talking about? Are you talking about the Wizards?
I wouldn't say they're bound, but I think they I think they got something to say, but I wouldn't say they're bound. I mean, let's go back to the East, right? Boston, Toronto, Philadelphia, Brooklyn,
Heat. I meant
Miami, Atlanta, and then you got maybe Washington.
Because Atlanta was on the cusp, remember? Because John Collins, he missed 25 games. Remember that?
True.
That was their number 2 guy. They were on the cusp.
And
Trae Young missed a stretch of games too.
He did, and the Magic was in there too. They were starting to make some noise a little bit. They got 1 game on the Bucks. So I mean, you got 5
loaded now
solid teams. You know what I mean? So they got something to say, but it ain't like automatic.
Not automatic. You got to work out in the East a little bit. You got to put in some work. Ain't no load management like you was.
Yeah. You see what load management do? Get you bounced out.
Right. You actually got to come correct with these East teams this season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he said, "LOL, wow." He talking about Hollis. He said, "West." Oh, we got to address this. If I'm Boston, I'm trying to get Bill. Man, nasty. Over with. It'd be over with.
Bradley Beal and Jason Tatum. It's a wrap.
Close it out. Close the books. Everybody hang up your jersey.
But who's their point guard? At Kimba, he need the ball. So you got Kimba, Beal, Tatum.
That's true.
3 go-getters, you know what I mean? You gotta always have some balance, you know what I mean? But in just terms of getting buckets, it's a wrap. Like
just getting buckets, period. And then the thing that I think the Celtics need, and Kimba might be able to fill that role this season, is they needed a vet, but they also needed a vet who's been there before. Because obviously Kimba ain't never played in all that prime time he was playing in with the Celtics. Kimba, that stage was bright.
That boy was blind.
He was blind
by them lights. Yeah.
They needed somebody who's been there, like a vet who's been, and Kimba, I'm expecting way more. And I'm not saying Kimba was bad, but I'm expecting more from him now that he got his feet wet. But a guy like Rondo, like who's been there before, a vet, like that I'm trying to get next to Ben. Like if they had that, like, because you saw Marcus Smart, like he was cussing them dudes out, like we get it together.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of noise, though. He don't even.
No,
he did.
They had their best game after he gave them the word.
Yeah, he did. He was. I had to put the pause on it. He was putting in work. I remember watching.
No, I'm saying the other guys put in that work after they got cussed out.
Well, I initially was saying that he wasn't that good, but he did show up. Like,
yeah,
He made like I forget how many threes like back to back to
Oh
back.
yeah, he was cooking for a stretch.
Oh yeah, he was that Boston chowder or whatever they be eating up there. That's what
Clam chowder and lobster. Have some respect on Boston, okay?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm a little southern guy.
He said Westbrook get traded for Wall. Westbrook go back to his old coach, and I think watching will be better. Won't make the playoffs, but we'll have good games. Definitely have good games.
Who else is on? Who
said AD is on the way to signing his papers. They not gonna be Rondo. Schroeder study Rondo's game, and he better. LOL. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a glaring, like, oh my gosh, they miss Rondo. But I know, like, this
Rondo. Rondo doesn't get, in my opinion, all the respect he deserves because when we opened the show, we was talking about what's up here. Rondo is one of the smartest players in the game ever, really. So when you had him and LeBron on the court, him and AD had a chemistry. When AD made that game-winning shot, I think it was against it wasn't in the finals. It might have been the finals, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When he made that game-winning shot, it was because Rondo made that right decision because he was inbounding the ball. And it's those little things, those little slight decisions. You know what I mean? And he showed up in that last game in the finals.
That's what I was trying to have him behind Ben.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he's valuable at. Yeah, it's up here. Not only does he have the dog in him, but he also has the smarts to go with it. That's why he's playing for so long. If Rondo wasn't as smart,
Rondo's been playing forever.
If he wasn't as smart as he was, he'd been out the league.
Exactly. Rondo and Jason Pierre-Paul. Those are two dudes. I'm like, how are they still playing and making moves?
Yeah.
Not only playing, but be as effective.
Some of the smartest guys in the game. LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, Chris Paul. Smartest guys in the game.
Yeah, I love Chris Paul, man. If we could have got Chris Paul, I would have. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna be pissed. Ben, out of here. I don't care where he land, but you got to get him.
low key. Now you would have got the upside, obviously.
Obviously, young guy, old guy. But I'm saying, look what Chris did with OKC. Like, elevated those guys and just the mentorship, the leadership, get a bucket ship, take over. He was still taking over with the
And they took the Rockets to what was it, 7 games?
He was still taking overs.
Yeah. You can't get that with Ben Simmons.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we need somebody in the clutch who can go get me a bucket, go get a bucket, period. The other team is worried about them going to the hole, getting fouled, getting a bucket, period. Just like Jimmy was able to win just solely on you got one guy who could just go get a bucket. Period.
And it's crazy because y'all had Jimmy Butler too. He was clutch.
And he said they don't got the dog.
They don't.
That's what I'm saying. We need somebody with that dog. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
And I like Seth because Seth was showing mad spunkiness in that series against the Clippers.
Yeah, he was.
I like that. And I don't know because Paul, but I like that.
Oh, he had to bring that up. But yeah, Seth is a great addition and back under Doc again. So I don't know if again, but he's under Doc. So
father-in-law.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna.
Yeah, but I'm like them dogs. You know what I'm saying? I like Seth because Seth is spunky, but I don't know if we'll see. But does Seth have that in him? Like, okay, guys, period. I need you to bid. I need you to go. Blah blah blah. Like Marcus was like, Jason Tatum. I know you got 30 in you. 35. You won't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who gonna be that guy? And that's good because we got Doc, and Doc ain't scared to fuss somebody out. But we were definitely missing that, having a dog.
Hopefully it'll trickle down. It usually should come from one of your players, your big guys, your superstars. But I think Joel has it in him, but he's got to draw it out. He'd be too goofy sometimes.
I think Joel needs it to be drawn out of him. I think he needs an external. I don't think he has it internally. I think he needs an external driver because didn't he have that game with 0 points? And you a big man. That's just a simple pivot. Like,
right, yeah, dang, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. That
like
hurt. I felt
in the
that.
third quarter, you're not saying, "Man, I really got 0 points. Let me go tip something in." Literally, like
Right.
even if your shot broke, sometimes you got a game and your shot broke. But
Yeah.
you can you're a big man. You could just tip something in and get you a quick 2.
Yeah, and that's all it takes too, especially for somebody at his size. So
Exactly. All it take it up.
I didn't even, when it happened, I didn't even really process because I was just, but that hurt. Yeah, like you said, that 0 points, like.
And Marcus Smart would have been like in the third quarter, Joel, what you got going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said we gave AD a solid pairing for the future with Montrez and Schroeder all the same age. Oh, that is true. AD getting some, LeBron ain't gonna be there forever. The old man always ain't gonna be here forever.
Yeah. He's trying to pass the torch to AD. I don't think my knock on Montrez is that he's short. So I like the pair. I like the addition because he's going to give you that high intensity. He's going to give you production. But he's short. Even though he's got long and really long arms, but he's only 6'7". And like I paid attention to that Montrez Jokic matchup.
They say he got cooked.
Barbecue chicken with like he was up out of there. So that's my knock on Montrez is that he's short. But they do have Marc Gasol. Only thing about him is that he's not as athletic, but he'll stretch the floor and he's smart and he's still serviceable defensively. So we'll see. But that's my only knock on Montrez. If Montrez was like 6'11", you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but he's like not even 6'11", like 6'9", 6'10". With them long arms, but he's like 6'7". So, but he's still gonna be a fool. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, most cases now with the small ball going on, but in that playoffs, if they see the Nuggets, it's a wrap for Montrez because he ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Jokic. We already saw that.
Yeah, for sure. He said, if I have to let Kemba go, I trust Teague. He's an experienced vet. Facts, bro. And first of all, no, I'm not letting Kemba go. But Teague is somebody I wanted, y'all. Teague is somebody for that. Once I saw Rondo go off, obviously Rondo was my main guy, realistically, who I could have saw. Of course, I want these dream scenarios like Bradley Beal coming, Zach LaVine, anybody Hill. But in a realistic world, I knew Rondo is a great realistic get for us. Once Rondo left, I was like, okay, give me Jeff Teague. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I forgot about Jeff Teague. He's a bucket. Or
he was down for the Hawks last season, but because the Hawks was destitute last season, like how you gonna as a vet, you know what I mean? You over here playing with Vince. Why Vince getting real minutes?
Don't come for Vinsanity.
The season pretty much like we just having fun now. You know what I mean? But yes, I would have wanted T because, like I said, cheap ticket, cheap vet that could come behind Ben. No long-term entanglements. But are you talking about the Celtics? The T signed with the Celtics, so he said if I had to let Kim. He's talking about the Bradley Beal package. He's saying the Celtics get Bradley Beal, give up Kemba, and trust T to be that backup guy. So, because you were saying how they're going to share that ball. Okay, you got to figure it out.
I don't have a GM on in the comments. All right.
He said Kemba would be more comfortable this year. That's facts. He had to get his feet wet. Bill is a problem. Wiz not let him go at all. Wall might be washed. Not his team anymore. Got to take a back seat this year. And that was Wall's team, y'all. All the rap music, the DC music, just Wall, John Wall. And that's a Raleigh boy, an NC boy.
We'll see. I mean, I watched this No Chill with Gil podcast once, and he had John Wall on the show. John Wall says he's been improving on his jump shot, and
they all always say that.
Right. And so it remains to be seen. That's what I'm saying. It remains to be seen. We'll see. But and the Achilles that he tore wasn't the one that he jumps off of. So in terms of explosion off of his primary jumping foot, that won't be affected. So, but it still remains to be seen. I don't know. So,
So guys, make sure you liking this stream. We over here giving y'all that good content. You know what I'm saying? Like we give you good stuff. So make sure you hitting the like button. Make sure you hitting the subscribe because we over here talking. We talking the real. We keeping it real with y'all. He said the Lakers are a heavy fave to repeat. Period. And that's why I'm not like. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
The Sixers, I want to see them obviously, make a run in the East, build some real chemistry. I want to see the players improve, but obviously I don't have championship aspirations right now because LeBron's still in the league. He gonna make that work.
As long as he's in the league, you're a championship contender at least.
So he said, like, Charlotte will eventually be fun to watch. No, yes, it definitely will be fun to watch. For sure, because he gonna be out there putting on a show. That's what I'm saying about Ben Simmons. His game, the right coach got a winner. He all downhill. That's what I'm saying about Ben Simmons. His game, the right coach. I guess he's saying the right coach could bring out that.
Yeah.
And y'all know how Doc did Austin. Doc would do Ben the same. He saw how he did his own son. So if Ben don't step correct.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Doc will pull the clip. He said, yo, I just saw you got 1K subs. Yes, guys, I'm at 1K on the road to getting that bread. So make sure y'all like and make sure y'all subscribe. If you in here and you new, hit the subscribe, like the stream because we on here talking some facts.
Mm-hmm.
He said, and B better work out with Olajuwon. Oh.
everybody be wanting to work out with Olajuwon. He just be getting them checks, man.
Look, like them shooting coaches, no shade to nobody, but them shooting coaches, and I know shooting is like a fundamental and that you don't have to have any other skill but shooting. I'd be like, dang, you not in the league, but you making big bucks telling these dudes in the league, I need to come a shooting coach.
Yeah. I'm saying, man, like he's especially for your boy Ben, he needs something.
He said you should do a 1K sub celebration stream or a 1K sub live in call. How do I do the call in, y'all? I'm not sure how I see y'all be doing the call in. How do y'all do the call in? Like, where would I put the link? You want to do the call in? I'm scared to see who's gonna come in.
I'll have to hang up the phone.
But yeah, make sure y'all are liking and commenting. And like I said, I'm about to drop y'all a Tobias Harris video because I know a lot of y'all are saying we need to yuck Tobias. Y'all just want to yuck everybody. And I know how Philly fans, Philly fans, we ruthless, okay? If you ain't getting it done for one season, we want you gone, period. Right. I know how it is in Philly. But everybody's saying, of course, Tobias, he didn't have a good playoff this past season. I want to see him under Doc because he had his best numbers under Doc. Doc is the reason why Tobias got paid all the money because Doc had him looking all good and the Sixers jumped at the bait. So I'm definitely dropping Tobias Harris video. I think Tobias Harris is going to have one heck of a year next season because Doc said he's going to actually be drawing up plays for Tobias, not just having him out there as the third man, like where do I fit in, what do I do? He's actually drawing up plays for him, get him involved in the pick and roll because he thrived in that. So I know y'all ready to send him off, send him packing, y'all ruthless, talking about get Zach LaVine, get Bradley Beal, but I say hold up. And mind you, was talking about the leadership. Tobias, our leader, guys. You get rid of that and is it just me, or I'd rather trade Embiid rather than Simmons for Harden? Y'all poor Joel and Ben, boy, y'all be having both of them just on the block, boy. Now, if I want to build around somebody, I want to build around Ben. I just feel like Ben has he has a higher ceiling just because of the position that he plays. Because like you said, that big man, we're kind of moving away from the big man. And I just feel like long-term, the way the league is moving, but then again, Ben can shoot. So it's a shooter's league. It's a shooter's league.
You mentioned the upside. So if he does shoot, he becomes LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's like a video. We got to do that video, Eric.
Let's do it.
What we going to do it?
Just let me know. I'm there.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Keep your foot on my neck. But y'all heard him. He said, y'all heard the man. He said, if Ben get his shot right, he could be the next LeBron James.
And I mean, because they're the same. They're big.
Mm-hmm. No, I see the vision.
Versatile. Yeah, and LeBron at this stage of his career, has more of a jump shot than Ben Simmons. Everybody doesn't respect it, whatever. But I mean, if you look at his percentages, 3-point, mid range, he's definitely improved from where he was when he first got into the league by a long shot. He has a respectable shot. He has that one move, that one 3-point move where he, what I'm saying, but he makes it. And Ben just doesn't take any. So, fundamentally, he becomes LeBron James. He becomes unstoppable if he has a jump shot. So,
and that's what I'm saying. That potential, and like I said, his free throw shooting improved, which means it's possible. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. He's working on them fundamentals. Now it's just a game time and being confident in taking the shots, because it's a lot of shots that he doesn't take. So if you have that right guy, like the right coach, the right people around you who hyping you up, like, come on. Remember Dort? Little man for OKC, Dort. G League, Dort, D-O-R-T. I can't think his first name.
They call him the Harden stopper.
Let me see. Yes, him.
Yeah, he was going in on him for a little
bit. And that's because of the energy from the team around him. Those weren't his shots at all. But they're hyping him up like, yo, take that shot, bro. You open.
He was giving him buckets. So yeah, I see
that energy. And if Ben, we got a new coach now, a coach who knows what he's doing, a coach who's played his position. You know what I'm saying? A coach who's played his position, who's like, bro, I've been here before. I thrive. Listen to me. I know the game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then this could be the perfect scenario for him. So if I'm building around somebody, no shade to Embiid, but the league is moving away from Embiid's play. Yeah. You know what I mean? Ben,
I personally don't like that. I'm a fan of the, bigger is better.
I know. I love the big man. They be getting on the ball, doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah. But that is the way the trend is. And in terms of, who you build around, Embiid or Simmons, Embiid has a higher, Simmons has a higher ceiling, based off, if he gets a jump shot or not. And it doesn't even have to be a JJ Redick jump shot. It just got to be something respectable. Mm-hmm. It just,
like, make me flinch a little, like, just make me.
Yeah, 35% from three. 35% from three, or, shoot about 40-something% from the field. And it's, outside.
Make them second guess. Like, make
them. Yeah. So.
He said Rondo will be requested at the trade deadline. He's better with age, like Jason Kidd with the Knicks. Oh, so you think Rondo might make a move out the Hawks? That's not off the table.
I wouldn't say better with age, but I would say they're still savvy because they've always been great.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, like fine wine. You know what I mean? Like,
they're still their expiration date is way out there. I say that. Now, what they did improve with age is their jumpers. So we talk about this jumper stuff. So
I need to go work on my shot before I keep
talking. Yeah. By the time Jason Kidd got to the Mavs, he was with the Knicks and the Mavs, but by the time he got there, like, we talking about, a 3-point shot, like, he had that, like, you know what I mean? Like, when he won that championship, he was dropping them threes, right? I've seen Rondo do the same thing in these finals. He's not a huge threat, but it's different from when it was 10 years ago. Now, okay, you leave him open, he's gonna make that three. So they've gotten better in those regards, but so I would agree there.
He said everything the Sixers are doing doesn't matter unless Embiid comes back in shape. Bob dead. Bob the Builder. Not Bob the Builder. Is he calling you Bob the Builder?
Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, one of my
I agree if you go on a trade Embiid, huh?
If he called me Bob the Builder, that's weird. But no, I was just saying it's funny because my niece and nephew, they call me Bob the Builder too. So that's pretty funny.
He said y'all want to get rid of Tobias. We'll give you Kuzma, LOL, take him. Oh, so I'm guessing he's a Lakers fan. He been talking about the Celtics. He was talking about the Nets. So I guess he's a Lakers fan. But some of the people have been in my comments, Negro. Some people have been in my comments and they've been like, we gotta get rid of Tobias. We gotta get rid of Tobias' contract next. I'm not ready to get rid of Tobias yet because I want to see him back under Doc. Like I said, he got his contract because of the way he played under Doc. Now, Doc said he's going to actually scheme up plays for him. He's going to use him versatilely between the 3 and the 4 like he is built to do. He said he's going to get him way more involved in the pick and roll because that's what he thrived in before, and Brett wasn't putting him in the situations to be successful. So let's hold on to Tobias, okay? We got rid of him. Right.
Also, I'm not even sure like that's an even trade.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe Kuzma and such.
Yeah, but maybe in terms of a contract dump for the Sixers, yes. But in terms of production value on the
court, production, no,
it's definitely lopsided.
No, it's not even the same type. No.
Yeah, lopsided for sure.
And y'all got to remember, Tobias still young. Like we can see, we haven't even seen the best of him yet. He said, "I would actually take Kuzma over Tobias, and he's cheaper." Y'all tweaking.
Yeah,
y'all tweaking.
And it's the guy who called me Bob the Builder. Like,
yeah, and it's a reason why LeBron. Listen. LeBron is a very wise. I know some of y'all either hate or love LeBron. So yeah. LeBron is a very wise man. Okay, and if LeBron seeing something he don't like, it Kuzma. I know what you mean. I was just joking. I'm just saying, nah, we need to keep Tobias. We see what Tobias can do under Doc. Now we got Doc. Let Doc get his hands on him for at least a month. Let's see how he plays a couple of weeks. Like he said, Daryl said, if we don't get it right, he's going to want to see what our roster looks like. Get a few games on our belt. See how they mesh. Then we'll talk about trading Tobias. But right now, I'm not rocking it. He said, ask Philly Mike, LB, or Fresh. They do calling shows. Celebrate them benchmarks. You right, Jersey Mike. I mean, Jersey Boy. I said Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike. I do need to celebrate the benchmarks because,
Yeah, you should. You should.
He said, yeah, ask them. They know for sure. He said, yo, what's up, love? More people covering Sixers. Keep it up. Appreciate the support. Philly take with RB. Kuzma is now the 6th best player on our team. Tobias fits perfectly with the Lakers than Kuz does. Yeah, but why would we give y'all another weapon? Does that make sense?
I mean, no, Tobias fits perfectly with the Lakers. So, like, Kuzma's not the weapon, like Tobias is.
That's what I'm saying. Why would we give the Lakers Tobias?
Oh, true. From a Sixers perspective.
Yeah, why would we give the Lakers Tobias? What y'all see in him, I see in him too. Negro League, we both see the same thing in Tobias. I'm rocking with Tobias. Y'all can keep Kuz, keep developing him. Then we'll maybe talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, n.b.a got to come back in shape before we even think about contending for a chip. And y'all seen Zion done slimmed all the way down.
Oh, has he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, we're going to see. He got to stay healthy, though.
Yeah, for sure. But once you take that weight off them knees, that'll help.
We're going to see.
A lot of weight on them knees.
That dude is scary. It's like, I mean, to be that big, I mean, I know you say he's slimmed down, but to be that big and to be moving the way he does, that is dominance. I mean, it's like Shaq, but smaller.
Mm-hmm. Right, to move the way he can move.
It's pretty scary. Like,
it's pretty scary.
Yeah, he can dunk on anybody at any time. Like, it's wild.
He said Ben Simmons plays too fast. Rondo or D Rose for the Sixers would be nice. Man, it would be nice. I don't know what Rose's situation is now. Somebody sent me a message and said Rose resigned, but when I Googled it, I didn't see any news, and I got Woj on alert, and he didn't send me nothing. So I don't know what Rose's situation unless it wasn't Woj worthy. But D Rose, I would love. And we know we was all Rose fans back in the day. Come on now, 08, 09, we was all rocking with Rose. You wasn't?
I was because I was always a Dwayne Wade fan, so I was with the Heatles. So yeah, but I did respect Derek.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying we was all wearing his jersey, but we was like, everybody had mad respect. Yeah, he said, I love Tobias' game. Yeah, I like the versatility. I like the way he could play between the 3 and the 4, using his size to his advantage. Yeah, I agree. I like Tobias, but it's hypothetical. Don't start now because LeBron gonna listen and actually do it. Then I'm gonna be pissed. He said he gave us 20 points per game last year. Yep. But in the playoffs, they're concerned because in the playoffs, his efficiency fell off. But I'm like, we had a lot going on in the playoffs. Ben Simmons got hurt. It was just
Yeah, that was a big blow.
Yeah, we didn't have any direction. And like I said, Brett Brown wasn't putting Tobias in a position to win. When you don't play to your players, and you can't play to everybody's strength all the time, but when you're not playing to somebody's strength, how are they supposed to shine when they're not in the system that they shine in?
Mm-hmm.
Who do y'all think Doc is going to run? Who do y'all think Doc's going to run the point this year? Right now it's looking like Ben.
Who else?
Yeah, right now it's looking like Ben. We got a nice little piece from the draft and Tyrese Maxey, but of course, he's gonna get some play time, but he's obviously a rookie.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Ben for sure.
It's definitely gonna be Ben. So of course, in my world, of course, you need a point guard who commands respect, from shooting from 3. And obviously Ben isn't that guy who's going to have, defenses shook. So, Ben, just the spacing just wasn't there. But, getting rid of Al, that does open a lot of things up. If we have Curry beside him, that would help a lot too. Like I said, Curry was 48% on catch and shoot threes. Crazy.
And Ben's going to give him that ball.
48% on catch and shoot threes. That is a fish shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So just having that next to Ben, even though they ain't gonna reach the curve a bit, and who knows? They might surprise us. Who knows? All this bad.
His first bucket might be a 3.
That's how he need to set the tone. Period. He needs to set
if he can give you like 1 3 a game, that's improvement right there.
That's for sure. And I know a lot of people. So once we got Seth, of course, I love the move of Seth. Of course, I love the move, but that doesn't change things at the point position. Because a lot of people were like, when I came out and were like, the D Rose video and was like, we need some help at the point and play creation. Seth is an off-the-ball player. I love Seth. That doesn't change things at the point. Seth is not a guy who's going to be creating plays for others. He is an off-the-ball player. You know what I'm saying? He does best, when the point guard and everybody is putting him in a situation. So Seth is not going to be the ball handler. And it's great that we got some shooters around Ben, but that still doesn't change things at the point guard position. You know what I'm saying? So I like Seth, and that's not me saying we shouldn't have got Seth. Seth is a huge improvement, but not in the area of the point guard because Seth is not going to be creating plays for Tobias. He's not going to be setting things up for Joel. That's his job.
Exactly.
The point guard job. So get it straight. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, what happened? Why the leg still clogged?
Straight.
He said, I feel like Brett made everyone look terrible. His energy was the worst.
The worst. God, that's a big one right there.
But the thing about Brett was too like Brett didn't have that dog in him. Okay.
Yeah, he was out there just.
He wasn't about to check nobody. He was too friendly. He didn't have that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Like as a coach that Doc had. Like
where's he at now?
That's a great question.
We out here looking for him. He might be in the same place.
He might be right. Let me Google it.
Oh Lord, and he might be out there.
So he is. They don't say anywhere he's at. They'll know where Brett Brown at, y'all. Put an APB on him. But yeah, he didn't have that dog. He, like Embiid came off the court with 0 points. he should have had some words for him.
That hurts. Like, my chest.
He should have been scared to enter that locker room. But Brett he didn't put that fear in their heart. Congratulations on your 1K. Okay, yes, y'all know what's up. So make sure you guys are liking, and make sure if you're new here, because I see a lot of new circles, make sure you are subscribing and liking and sharing your thoughts, because y'all been giving us new ideas. We got the Terry Rozier. That's something we didn't think about. What else? We didn't think about
Jeff T.
You didn't think about Jeff T. I was already high on Jeff T coming.
I'm talking about the fans. They was talking about Jeff
T. They said they didn't know. See, we sharing information. We're going back and forth.
Okay.
So, what y'all think about the kid Isaiah Joe? I like him. I'm saying he a depth piece. He young. We got to see what he's gonna do. Yeah, we got to see what he does. And I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video breaking down our draft picks. I'm gonna do some more looking into Isaiah Joe, but
yeah, let's see what that's gonna look like.
Ben Simmons needs to work on his free throws more than anything. Yes, and those free throw fundamentals is those same core fundamentals, kinesthetics of the free throw it's the same muscle memory when he's in the game. You know what I'm saying? That same stroke. Yeah. So
let's say he somehow improved his free throws without improving his overall jump shot. That's still at least 2 or 3.
That's still a big upside, though.
Yeah, because he's gonna draw fouls, driving to the basket, right? Okay, you know what I mean. So that's a good.
Yeah,
I said 2 to 3, but it's probably good 4 to 5, 6, points. I said a good 4 points a game.
Yeah.
If he just makes a couple more free throws a game on average, so or a few more free throws a game on average. So, and that's a big improvement in production right there. So, you start there. That's a good point. His free throws more than anything. That's a really good point. And then to kind of expand from there.
But also, yeah, that's a great point. And like you were saying, your leader at the end of the game, if they're fouling your leader in the hopes that he's not going to make his shot, that's a bad situation to be in the playoffs. If you can't trust your point guard at the line,
yeah, it's the old hacker shot.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't trust your point guard at the line,
yeah. So hopefully he improves on that this offseason. Excuse me, it doesn't have to be an 80-90% free throw shooter, but I don't know if it's percentage off the top of my head, but I'd say
I think he was 60%.
But let's get that up to about 70. Get that up to about 70.
But that was an improvement, though. I'm saying so we trending in the right direction.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, let's get it up to about 70, 75, and we can talk while he were at Cowboys.
I have no idea.
Okay, like I rep us anywhere we go, whether we talking basketball, whatever. Like, we're gonna be talked about, like no matter what arena, what realm we in. So I got to rep. Like, it's whatever.
I know what's going on.
Yeah, whatever. We're in the same position. So, well, actually, y'all are technically first. So,
but we'll see what happens Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons had Magic Johnson and LeBron expectations coming out of LSU. If that height wasn't there, he might be better. That is true. That's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
I wouldn't say he had the expectations, but he had the comparisons.
But when you compare it to greats.
Well, it's just in terms of play style. So he didn't win coming out of LSU, so everybody knew he was going to be the number 1 pick, but it wasn't really much expectations in terms of like he didn't have the weight of like LeBron. Like LeBron, everybody was like, oh, this is the chosen one. This is the next best thing. They didn't say it about, about Ben Simmons. They knew he was good right away. But honestly, I remember when he first drafted, I think, because Fultz came in the year before, Fultz came in either the year before or the year after he got drafted because Ben Simmons took that year off. They were just talking about who was going to be the point guard between those two, So I'm not sure that the expectations, was there, but more so the comparison was there because that's, big point guard pass first type show what they call it, the Showtime type of ability, but yeah, definitely not the expectation. I don't think that was there. So he should just be better just off the strength of a jump shot.
Period. I mean, this is basketball. He said, like and subscribe. My guy. Diehard Laker fan, but love the NBA. And we both said it here. We got mad respect for the Lakers. Like I said, LeBron, I know LeBron is the king of our NBA right now. So I got mad respect for LeBron. I did a couple of Lakers videos. Not sure if you saw them. Y'all wasn't giving them no love. But so what else we gotta hear? Why he wearing that? Boo, Cowboys.
See, love it or hate it, you know what I'm saying? We get a lot of hate come with the territory. It's whatever.
Because these is Philly people up here.
Yeah, whatever. It's whatever. I know where I'm at. I'm good.
He said Ben shot 75% from the line, had a mid-range J. It's a wrap. The threes are not that important for his game. He would average 20 plus easy.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Just a jump shot. A good mid-range game. And again, 70 to 75%. Then it's a wrap for the league. If he does that, because that opens up to so many other things.
And then imagine if he had a shot, Seth got a shot. He opened up things for Seth. Seth opened up things for him. That catch and shoot, that 48% catch and shoot ranges.
And then that for Tobias too. That helps Tobias.
That helps out Tobias too, because y'all want to talk. They're not talking about Tobias in the chat like they was talking about him in my comments. But Tobias, y'all, he was our most reliable scorer.
Yeah. And so if Ben becomes a serviceable jump shooter,
that's going to help Tobias even more because
he draws more attention, right? The closer he gets in the paint, right? Or he don't even have to get as close, but he as soon as he steps inside the 3-point line, okay, another defender is looking, or another defender's coming. Okay, I'm passing over to my boy Tobias in the corner or on the post or whatever, catch and shoot, or just whatever. So it opens up for Seth and it opens up for Tobias and Danny Green. Even though he's gonna brick that thing, whether he wide open or not.
He was on a bad streak, baby. He got back right. I know he was embarrassing. He was embarrassing me. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what happened to the Spurs, Danny Green? What at?
That's what I'm saying. He was wet, boy. He was wet.
As a former Heat fan, I remember that. I was just like, what in the world? Because he came out.
Was a Heat killer.
So hopefully, he comes back, to you guys with some type of Spurs flair.
And I'm thinking he will because, once you get traded off the championship run, you kind of like, and somebody like Danny Green who keeps getting traded after championship runs, you kind of
well. So with the Raptors, I don't think he got traded. I think he signed.
Oh yeah, okay. But he's never on the defending.
Oh, true. As of late, he's not defending the title. So
yeah, but obviously it's still high value in Danny Green because he's always in he's always in the winning situation team wise. But I think Danny is going to, have a little something to prove. Like, okay, y'all kept cool. Let me show you what I'm about to do. Okay.
Hey, y'all see coming up, what's going to happen. They're going to be booing Danny Green like they trying to boo Tobias.
And Carson Wentz. Can you believe that? We didn't have no fans in the stadium. They pumped in fake boos.
That was pretty wild.
That's savage, boy.
That's wild. Not fake boos. Like, come on. Yeah, that was pretty wild when I saw that. But, briefly on Carson Wentz, and I'm a Cowboys fan, obviously, but I'm not a hater. So, somebody was talking about, my team and our line earlier. If somebody don't got a line, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. And then a lot of you guys, players are hurt too and been hurt. And so Carson's is out there running like a chicken with his head cut off. So he wants him out, but it's just like, okay, what's around him?
Yeah.
So I think if he had, the right pieces in place, sort of like how you guys were on your Super Bowl run, it'd be a different story. So, yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm not a hater. So,
Let's win.
But I'm glad things are going.
I'm just glad y'all suck too.
Yeah, I mean, of course you are. I mean, I'm glad y'all suck too. So we're going.
And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? So this is like an even year. Nobody.
Yeah.
Watching to see what the Steelers gonna do. Is the Seahawks really bad about it or they not? He said, "What we named the channel? Are we doing Symone Super Sports?" I'm thinking. I'm just sticking with Symone Sports for now. I got some great titles from you guys, and I appreciate, the creativity. But right now, I haven't picked the winner yet. Okay?
I like Symone with the Sports. I remember when you first came up with that. I was like,
and y'all would say y'all didn't like it.
I mean, I didn't like it at first, but like once you like put it out there, it's been sticking. So like I did. I haven't.
I feel like it is kind of like elementary. You know what I mean? Basic.
But it's like
it's
like Symone with the Sport. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Like some catchy, some easy. Symone with the Sport. I like it, but if you change it, whatever. But
no, I was gonna make a name for my YouTube show. Like I'm still.
True.
But my show was going to happen because I would be like, "Welcome back to the."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
But I think I'm gonna just say keep it because then I don't have too many titles to keep up with. That's how you get confused. I'm gonna be out here like Bow Wow.
Share Moss.
He said if Ben could get his 75%, this city would fall in love on AI level.
He got to get to a finals to fall in love on AI level. You got to do that.
He said number 14 n.b.a, 15 Okafor. Okafor came in the league with a lot of hype. Y'all talking about Ben. 16 Simmons, 17 Fultz.
What are these numbers?
I have no idea. Is he ranking? I'm not sure what he's ranking.
Yeah, I don't know.
These are different positions.
I don't know what that is.
I like Danny more than Seth. Seth does have a little bit of downside defensively, but guys, let me tell you a little bit of secret about me, okay? I believe in defense in basketball. That comes from the gut, the core. If you about it. Are you dedicated? Are you willing to play defense? Like defense isn't really something that you have to have a skill. It's just about, are you going to stay committed to your assignment? Are you going to hustle? There's my word. Defense is all about hustle. And if Seth can hustle, which I think he can, because like I said, he played, I love the way he played well above himself against the Clippers. Obviously, you coming into a situation where you're the underdogs and you coming in like you about to upset the team. I like that about Seth, and that's what makes me think, Seth could come in with that hustle. And Seth is playing for his daddy-in-law now, so he gonna have to hustle back up that.
He got something to prove.
He got something to prove, okay? Yeah. Like I said, Doc ruthless. Y'all saw how he did Austin. It ain't nothing but thing to go ahead and, Seth, you ain't do what I needed you to.
So remember, rookie Rondo and couldn't shoot, period. And Ben's way more athletic than Rondo. It's going to be hard to stop my boy. That's a good point. But
that couldn't shoot, and Ben is way more athletic. It's going to be hard to stop my boy.
That's a good point. But even Rondo back then, like, could shoot a jumper. Like, Ben hasn't – you can count the number of times Ben has shot, like, a jump shot. So it's a little bit different. But that is a great point, though, in terms of the parallel, by Doc coaching and, orchestrating, with a point guard that can't shoot. So that is a great point. But, I can remember now, like, seeing Rondo, like, shoot a three-pointer in a play. I remember this might not have been his rookie year, but it might have been like his second or third year. I remember he went off on the Heat, even though the Heat were up, but he went off for like 40-plus points, and he was shooting a couple threes. So he always had it in his game. But Ben Simmons doesn't even have like a jump shot in this game. So it's a little bit different. But that still is a great point, I think. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
So what did he say? He said with Ben, it's a confidence thing. With Joel, it's mental toughness, discipline. If they don't reach their potential with Doc, then it's on them, period. I agree. This is a big year for us. I'm thinking Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. Now,
that's always the potential. So hopefully it sticks.
So yeah, I agree. I'm thinking Ben definitely is confidence because you're not even taking the shot. Some of them shots you're not even taking. That is definitely a confidence thing. But I think confidence and mental toughness kind of goes more hand in hand. But Joel, like you said, Joel does have more confidence, but he doesn't have that grit, that hustle, that dog Jimmy was referring to.
Yeah, because he
So
should
that's
be
a great
done.
point. Now is their time to prove themselves. Because it's like, okay, yeah, y'all were in a bad situation last year. We're going to give y'all the cut. Now y'all got one of the best coaches. What can you say now?
Yeah, he should be dominating these boys.
We've been handling Carson Wentz with kid gloves since day one. They think we're baby Carson. Y'all know, don't even say that now. Y'all was loving. 2017 Carson.
Right. I mean, he was definitely MVP candidate. So,
but my thing is, we had an MVP team that year, Eric Graham, and an MVP offensive coordinator in Frank.
Yeah. I mean, I'm agreeing, you know, like that's all.
No. I'm not trying to take anything away from Carson, but think about Carson's MVP year. He was playing, right. Our team was loaded that year.
Right.
So
I mean, I'm agreeing. Like,
or was it the team?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Look, Nick Foles was able to step into that same team.
Yeah. I see.
But they not ready for that combo.
Yeah, but honestly, right now it's a bad situation. Like all the way around. Like you stick anybody there, and it's pretty bad. But the comp for me is Deshaun Watson. So he's in a similar situation, a little bit better weapons because he got the Fuller guy, and he's healthy, but they still suck. So you know what I mean? Like he don't have no line, y'all don't have no line, so it's gonna be bad. You plug anybody in there.
Oh no! I agree. I'm not taking anything from him this season. I'm not taking nothing this season because I don't even know my terminology, but it's just everything is bad. So it's hard to tell who's bad because it's just collectively bad as a whole, down to the play calling. But I'm just saying that 2017 year, we got to remember we had a super team that year. We had a Super Bowl level team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we
ain't got to keep saying, you know.
We can't just be comparing this season to 2017 because we were stacked all around. Our defense was our bread and butter. Our defense was making all the plays. What my mama say? What up, mama? What up? They were like, you know, she on cloud 9, Eric.
Yeah. I can't even. Hey, they undefeated. I can't say nothing about them. So
she said they would have to win multiple rings to get on AI level, and that's on.
Yeah, because someone earlier said he would. Somebody said something. Oh, they said
he plays and they'll give him love.
Yeah.
She said Steelers won 8 games with Duck Hodges. She talking about what we was talking about. The team around you, I guess. But y'all got an MVP coach. And Doug is a dumpster fire. That's coaching. That's what I'm saying about Doc. Doc can come in and elevate these guys, as it might put Duck in the good situations. That coaching means something, period. Mm-hmm. He said Curry, Green, Tobias, Ben, Joel. I'm feeling that. Because somebody asked.
Yeah.
He said, who you got for the starting lineup? Ben, Seth at the 2. Obviously, Joel going to be playing center. Tobias can go back and forth between the 3 and 4. He already said, Doc already said he wants him to be a versatile forward. So he's going back and forth 3 and 4.
Is Tobias would Jabari Green would have, or Jabari Parker would have been?
Great question. Because Jabari, he was another guy that was coming in with a lot of hype too. You don't hear nothing about him no more.
Because a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so. Probably. Oh, yeah, she said Doc could elevate Kawhi ball.
Oh my God! Well, you got load man.
What you got
load management. You got way off P. So that's a good That's
But
a good
the thing is, Kawhi and Paul, they weren't even supposed to. They didn't need elevation. Those are two guys who are supposed to be self. Y'all already. We're talking about these young guys and Joel and Ben who are trying to find who they are. Kawhi and Paul should have been in there doing what they had to do, period. Just like LeBron don't need coaching. Like, obviously, they're not LeBron, but I'm saying these young guys need a coach like Doc to untap their potential. Kawhi already knows who Kawhi is, what Kawhi can do. Paul should already know who Paul is and what Paul can do, but apparently he don't. I'm talking about with these young guys, mentoring these young guys, helping them find their place in the league. Don't be talking about Doc like that. Don't. He said facts. He said Sixers versus Nets, Eastern Conference Finals. Talk about prime time. Talk about popcorn. Talk about ratings.
That'd be crazy.
Ratings through the roof. But what about the Celtics, Negro? Where you got the Celtics at? Sixers fan here with love from the UK. Okay, UK.
The UK.
We have a little fan group of the Sixers here. Welcome.
Fun fact, I'm supposed to be in the UK right now, but
yeah, you were.
Yeah.
But COVID.
Yeah, COVID was like, nope. So it's whatever.
So make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get somewhere. We got places to go. We need y'all to help us get there and get along the way. So make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you like what you see, obviously you like what you see. We've had about 20 people in here on average at a time. So y'all rocking with us or y'all would not be on the live on this Tuesday night.
Tuesday. Carson Wentz is a baller. Bucks, Heat, Celtics would be good too.
Still, Doc Rivers can coach around the 3-point shot, and eventually Ben's shot could come like Rondo's did, and Ben can shoot. He just don't. But I do believe this year he might start shooting. He gonna have to. He don't hurt
yeah, not that I was disagreeing, but you know that he's speaking to that point, and yeah, I'm with you right there.
So let's see what else. We got all the comments now. Our receivers make everything on offense look bad. Yeah, but I mean, look we ain't got no Julio Jones now. Yeah, they do make them look bad. We got a lot of young guys, like I said, trying to find their footing. And I'm not blaming anybody really but the coaching. Period.
Could have had CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, we could have if y'all wasn't spiteful.
Hey, you know. That's all I'm saying about that.
I see that. And look, y'all got CeeDee Lamb. They doing a darn hoot with him.
Well, girl, whatever. We gonna, like, wait, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, things ain't what it's supposed to be right now, team wise. Just wait, like, it's up.
I see the Sixers underdog and the Nets beating every team in the East, best of 7. Wait, I see the Sixers underdog. Where do you see them underdog?
He's saying, I think he's saying. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah,
I gotta see. I'm excited to see the Nets how they mesh. Okay, I'm very positive about the Nets. I'm just excited to see what they're actually going to look like. Because, like I said, they got a young little dog, Karis LeVert, young dog. Okay, so I'm excited to see how the old heads come in and how that's going to work. I'm not surprised. Hey, Symone. What's up, Philly J? What's hey? What's poppin'? Jabari got hurt. Yep. Jabari Parker was supposed to be Tatum. Y'all stop. What if Jabari listening to this? Y'all gonna get him depressed, all in his feelings.
He all right. By this time, he's all right.
Like, y'all gonna have him drinking brown liquor, thinking what it could have been.
Jabari was supposed to be nice, man. Him and Andrew Wiggins, but.
And you hate to see it, boy, getting all that money, all that potential, when it's a young dog out there who could be having a stride. Joel and Emiid are no longer rookies. I know. I'm just saying they're still young guys. They ain't vets yet. We can still tap their potential.
Well, they vets, but they young. They still kind of young vets, but yeah.
Sad to say, Kawhi and George are system players. Their best years was in great systems. Ooh, rut. Ooh.
I don't know. When Paul George was with Russell Westbrook, and he had that MVP type year. He was averaging like 28 with Russ.
Mm-hmm. He had one of his best. He had one of his best years playing with Russ.
It was probably his best year. It was MVP. He was in the conversation for MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kawhi this year. I mean, Kawhi. I wouldn't call Kawhi a system player. I mean, he's doing his thing with the Spurs, even though the whole injury thing, and then came over to the Raptors.
Right, a whole new team.
Yeah, won Finals MVP, and then came over here. And even though he was load managing, he was still producing 25 plus points a game. Off the top of my head, I don't know this, but Kawhi is definitely not a system player. They have to kind of maneuver around him because he's heavy mid range. He gets his spot whenever he wants and is pretty lethal in the mid range, but he also is great to it's serviceable 3-point wise too.
Yeah, I bet.
And I mean years, yeah, but that MVP year, like he was averaging 28 a game, like that was he was doing the thing with Russ. So
Nets almost beat the Sixers. She's so sassy, ain't she, Eric? She's so sassy.
Like, I'm saying, like, what's up? Like,
mind you, City's a Celtics fan. Y'all too high on the 76ers. They stay rebuilding.
How they rebuilding?
Right. Y'all figure out how y'all gonna shell out that money when it's time to pay everybody else. Now that y'all gave the whole bag, Jason. Sixers gonna be the number 1 seed in the East. Let's go, Birds. Keep that. I like that. Keep that heart. Keep that heart. I don't think Boston could beat Philly or Brooklyn 4 times. Ooh.
I don't think so either, to be honest. Like,
so what are you not liking about Boston? The only thing I wasn't liking about Boston, which is an easy fix, was I just don't think they played to their full potential just because there's so many young guys and they needed that vet.
And that's not a easy fix. It's a fix that once it gets fixed, it's like, all right, boom, like we're here. But it's not an easy fix. You still got to have it or you don't. But I also just think they don't really. All they do is shoot a bunch of threes, and then they got guys who have capability, but they don't know how to. They still don't know how to really take over and control the pace of a game.
And that comes from youth. That's because they all young.
Well, because when you look at a guy like Luka, young and all in, and better
than a freak. That's a freak.
Not a freak. So I mean, he's not a freak. He's been fortunate to have the experience that he's had, and he just has that dog in him, and he can take over.
That's that dog. Like you said, you can't teach dog. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like that. And that's why I don't like the Boston Celtics.
You could teach hustle. You could teach hard work. You could teach, but you can't teach dog. You either got it.
And that's why I don't like the Boston Celtics. On top of that, they also don't have a balanced team in terms of size. I mean, Kemba,
speedy guys. That's for sure.
You got Kemba, Smart, Tatum, Jason Brown. They just got rid of Gordon Hayward. I'm glad. Jaylen Brown, sorry. And who's their center?
Years overseas. He's not really a rookie. Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's not his fault. But he's still like what, 21, if that. He just turned 20. So he's still young. So you got other guys that come from overseas.
All right, let me get to these comments. We got a whole bunch going on over here.
Okay, it's going crazy now, huh?
Literally, I can't keep up. So he said Jabari Parker we already got to that one. She said the Nets almost beat the Sixers without KD and Kyrie. Sixers, okay, I got to that one. The Cowboys suck. The Celtics suck. I'm dead. Be nice. He a little kid. He like 12. No,
It's okay. Like
Ben has to shoot the 3 this year, no matter what he has to. That's period. Let's go Birds. Period. Celtics and Eastern Conference Finals. Period. Brandon Ingram or Jason Tatum. We're gonna get to that.
Tatum.
Ben is gonna start shooting. This is basketball. Period. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Keep rocking with us, y'all. He says Steelers and Sixers blue. Okay, Jason went ahead and feeling himself in that pick. Okay. The Sixers over the Nets every day because the Nets are much better. Because I guess he's saying the Sixers are much better than the Nets. In a playoff series, Sixers beat Nets in 5. If the Nets are healthy, it's over with. And that's on. period.
Yeah, they gotta figure out how to.
You got Sniper Jones. You got the dog. Kyrie a dog now. He's been hurt and he's been missing, but he a dog.
They still gotta figure out how to make it all work, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Morey know what he's doing. He's not bringing in these shooters to pass the ball to Ben to shoot. It's vice versa. Ben at his best facilitating shooters at their best shooting. Watch out for Atlanta. For sure, we got to watch out for Atlanta. And I do agree. Ben is at his best facilitating. But if you want to be at your in prime, you got to be able to facilitate and shoot. That's what separates the good, the okay from the great. You got to be able to facilitate and shoot. You the point guard. You run. You supposed to be the floor general. Generals do it all, baby.
So we talked about the Magic comparison. You know, he not to say he was like a great shooter, but he still at least like shot jumpers. You know what I mean? So and Ben just simply doesn't shoot. So shoot a couple and make it, and it's a wrap.
Oh, so he clarified. He said, "I see the Sixers under Doc Rivers, LOL, beating everyone in the East except for Brooklyn." So that's what he meant.
Okay.
KD not losing 4 out of 5. LOL. KD and Kyrie, y'all. Kyrie got that dog, y'all. Kyrie got the dog.
Hey, we'll see. I mean,
no, I'm saying yes, it's got to work out. But what did we say every team needs? Kyrie is not scared of nobody, nothing, no situation, period. That's what I'm saying. They need to figure out how that's going to mesh. Yes, but I'm just saying. We said the Celtics didn't have that dog leader. Whereas,
Kyrie was on the Celtics. And that
no, I'm saying right now with the Brooklyn Nets. You don't think Kyrie got the dog?
No, he got the dog. It's just gotta work out. I mean, he's outside of Cleveland.
What has he done?
With him with LeBron in Cleveland, what has he done? I mean, before LeBron got there,
he's been battling injury though. You can't ignore that.
They were still a lottery team, like with him. And then, you know, he went to the
Well, you could say the same thing about Jimmy Butler then.
Jimmy Butler was in the playoffs with the Bulls when they had Derrick Rose. And then after that, that's when, you know, Wade and Rondo was on the team. And they was in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying you said Kyrie didn't win nothing but when he was playing with LeBron. I'm saying we know undeniably Jimmy Butler got that dog, but he had to be on the right team for it to work for him, is what I'm saying. Undeniably, Kyrie. Now, can he elevate guys around him? That's another question. That might be what you're hitting at.
That's more so kind of.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. He definitely doesn't give me leadership. No, because he had an opportunity with Celtics that he didn't take. He had the opportunity with the Nets. Remember when he was shading basically the young guys with the Nets? Now, leadership and dog is two different things.
You thought he was Kobe.
Right. Now, I would say, does he have leadership? No. Does he have grit? Yeah.
We just got to see. We just got to see.
Undeniably, Kyrie game is individually. Okay, take every team away. Take teams away individually.
I'm not taking nothing away from Kyrie. I'm not. He just I'm just saying as a team, they just got to see how it's going to mesh between him, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Kevin Durant. Like, there's some guys that like need the ball. Outside of Durant, there's some guys that kind of need the ball. So, you know, we're just going to see like that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but I'm just saying we just got to see what it's going to look like in terms of basketball styles coming together, new coach, all of like we just got to see it. Kyrie's amazing. Like, you know, one of the most skilled offensive players, if not the most skilled offensive player outside of Kevin Durant, like in the league. You know what I mean? They can do everything with the rock in terms of scoring. Just got to see how it's going to fit. That's all I'm saying.
I definitely see what you're saying. But we were saying two different things, I think. I was saying just individually, yes, he has the characteristics. Will it work? Will it mesh? Will he be able to apply them? That's another question. He said the Clippers bench. She said the Clippers bench let them down. It wasn't Leonard or George's fault. Also, Boston overachieved during the year. Now people expect more than they can deliver.
Did he not see way off P and how he hit that three off the side of the backboard? The bench did attribute somewhat, yeah, but like at the same time, Paul George was like not. What? Like, what playoffs was she watching? What playoffs was she? It wasn't Leonard or it definitely was Paul George. He was all over the news because he was trash.
Playoff P.
They start calling him way off P because I don't know if she saw it or not. Like that was, they would start calling him way off P. Go look it up. Like he was trash. Like
she said, Boston overachieved during Tatum's first year. Now people expect more. They can deliver. Boston has too many similar players. Good point there. Tatum Brown.
Yeah.
Have a lot of the same guys.
So that point right there, that's why I don't like Boston, and that's sort of kind of why I'm iffy about Brooklyn as well. But we'll see. It's different, but we'll see.
So Sid said, "Come on, Celtics! How many bum teams will kill to achieve what they have in the last few years?" Ron said, "I'm glad we have a front office now that finally understands the importance of drafting and signing quality two-way guards. That's for sure." Just imagine when Embiid and Dwight Howard are in the same lineup. I don't know. It's a lot of big bodies, big shoulders. That's a lot of shoulders.
It's a lot of space.
That would be a cool, like you said, defensive lineup. And it's probably gonna happen. Ben don't need 3-point shot to be an all-star. Yes, Edward, we agree. We just said he needs a respectable shot, whether it's a jumper, a three, a floater.
Yeah, to elevate. Yeah. He's already an all-star.
He still just needs a respectable shot. Make them second guess. Make them come up to you. Make the defense come up. Yeah. Respect you when you bring the ball up. What's up?
What's up?
Welcome. We got some new people in here. Make sure you are hitting the like and hitting the subscribe. Katie and Kyrie don't need to figure anything out except how to stay healthy.
Okay. All right.
Sixers need to cop D Rose. My man Jason, we was just talking about that in the last video. We need a cop D Rose if we know what's good for us. Come on now, we need to make it happen.
Ben Simmons
has had several years to get a jump shot. It ain't gonna happen.
Right. And I don't know if she saw earlier, but that's what I was kind of hinting at. Like it ain't gonna happen this season. So, we were talking about the James Harden versus Ben Simmons trade. And I was just like, yo, if you trade him, you get him now. You got somebody who got a jumper versus somebody who like might get one in the next couple of years. That's a good point.
Okay, so I'm out, y'all. Love to chat. Be safe. Enjoy your holiday. Sitting exactly. I'm not a huge KD fan, but dang, he's not going out without a fight. Sixers are going to the NBA Finals regardless.
Dimitri.
Yeah, I don't get that. Is he calling me Dimitri? Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
She might have been talking about when I was naming the players.
Brooklyn defense, I'm waiting to see that, LMAO. I'm dead.
That too, yeah.
Doc Rivers is the real reason why it's going to happen. NBA Finals guaranteed. I like y'all optimism. Brooklyn ain't playing no defense.
Katie was some straight in Golden State though defensively, so he improved. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the Achilles is going to affect that though.
All-star coaching staff, we got everything. Lakers, Sixers, NBA Finals guaranteed. Doc Rivers did with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin. They didn't get out the first round. Always,
they got the first. I think they got the first round, but they lost.
So I guess this is her responding to you. Game 6, Paul George had 33. Leonard had 25. Game 5, George had 26. Leonard had 36. I looked it up.
Well, what playoffs like? Because he definitely had some bad games too.
Ben Simmons and Joel are great defenders. Kyrie is a superstar, period. Lakers Nets or Lakers Sixers?
Troy Lakers, no.
If Ben don't shoot or show some type of growth offensively, he got to go. And that's on period. Shoot or shoot, period.
Yeah.
The material numbers don't lie. Sixers, Lakers, Ben Simmons versus LeBron James. I like it, y'all. KD without the Warriors is going to get 32 points per game. KD without that Warriors is going to get 32 points per game. So you might be right because 2021 will be 20 years when we last met in the finals.
Oh, you're talking about Lakers Sixers.
He said, I think Troy means Demetria.
But what does that mean?
It's about defense that presents. It's about defense the present. Oh. And more importantly, than a decent still got Berkeley as a backup. So what I'm just saying is there's going to be the rebound in for a bunch of 3-pointers. He said game 5, Lou had 4. Now, yeah, Lou was quiet.
Yeah,
but
real quiet.
We have an issue with, remember City?
Dr. J and Julius Erving in the NBA Finals is going to have a good game. Dr. J and Julius ain't that the same?
In the NBA, Dr. J and Julius Erving in the NBA Finals is going to happen again. I'm trying to tell you, yo, everything's set up. Wells Fargo is too old for our players. That's why Jimmy left and Embiid always hurt. Somebody needs to do a little case study there. So, guys, anything? You got any last words?
Do I have any last words? I think Philly really got the chance to really go to the finals. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. Ben Simmons is that question. And can Embiid take it up a little notch? But if they can, I mean, if Embiid can take it up a little bit, and if Embiid, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. If Embiid can step it up a little bit in terms of physicality, dominance, and if Ben Simmons can shoot a couple jumpers, then look, the sky's the limit. The Lakers are going to make it out the West if they stay healthy. So, I think it could very well be a Lakers-Sixers finals. And I think if it does get to that point, I think I'll take the Lakers in 6. That's my little prediction.
Yeah. But Brian, yeah, I'm gonna look into that Reggie Jackson option because somebody else mentioned that earlier, and I definitely think we need a vet point guard. Period. If we're gonna make these moves, y'all saying we're gonna make, we need to get some veteran depth at the point position. What do you think? So who is your? So you honestly have the Sixers going to the championship? Is that what you said?
That's just.
He said, "Dude, trying not to laugh is funny." I think he's talking about you.
I mean, I've been trying not to laugh at a couple things, but yeah. No, I mean, I'm not. That's not an absolute, but that's just right here in this moment. Thinking about the potential that the Sixers have, and with the Doc addition, they have that potential to go to the finals. And then I'm saying, okay, if that actually did happen, I certainly have the Lakers coming out the West, and if they may not have the Lakers winning in 6, if that happened, 6 probably 7. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. But if I'm giving like my real like prediction, it's tough to say because of the East is just they got a lot of guys.
A lot of new stuff going on.
A lot of teams, yeah. So that's a tough call. I have to really sit down and think about that. You want to say the Nets, but again, I still kind of have my doubts about them. You just got to kind of see the chemistry and if they're going to mesh well. And you got to see what KD's going to look like coming off that Achilles. And I like the Bucks, but then again, they got bounced out, and they
got that dog.
Jrue Holiday's. We'll see. I give him more credit than a lot of people are.
You think Giannis got that dog?
Oh yeah, for sure. But he's got that dog, but well, maybe he don't.
He don't got that dog.
He like a respectful dog because he coming out the game.
He got a hustle. It's the difference between hustle and dog now. Dog is Jimmy Butler is dog, giving your life for that win. I'm not getting swept by the Lakers. I don't care if Bam is hurt. I'm not getting swept. That's the dog.
I mean, his coach also keeps him in the game.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, had Giannis and them stayed in the game a while, like it might have been a different story. But he taking them out, and he barely playing 30 minutes a game in the playoffs. Like, come on. Um, so it's just tough. I last year I had the Bucks going to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
If they play their players a little bit more, I think that still would happen this year because Giannis is unstoppable and he's still working on his jump shot. And we have seen improvement, even though it still sucks. It's better than what it was, and he'll get better. So, if I'm gonna give a prediction coming out the East, I'm gonna give it to the Bucks.
So, do you see? First of all, appreciate the love, Jason. Appreciate it. We here for y'all. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribing. Because like you said, I mean, it's a wonderful show. They need to go ahead and give us a time slot on ESPN. He said, "Why are you not talking Eagles? What's there to say, Ready Red? We suck. Doug need to get fired. Jason Peters need to get cut.
Can't talk too much when you.
There's nothing to say. We 3-8. 3-7.
3-6-1.
There's nothing left to say about the Eagles. I'm not about to keep beating a dead horse. We already know what's going on with the Eagles. We suck. What we gonna do about it? We got to see in the offseason what happens. If we make it to the playoffs, we might upset somebody just off of, we playing at home. Somebody might turn it up. Who knows? Might be a little upset, but there's thing going on right now with the Eagles, and we can't just keep beating a dead horse. I'm not about to keep saying the same thing over and over. Fire Doug, get an offensive coordinator in there, run the ball. We know,
y'all hurt. So
when we get to the playoffs, though, we will talk some more, and especially in the offseason.
We don't know who coming out that division. Everybody got 3 wins.
And that is true. But that tie is really going to help us, though.
Y'all have that, but, we still got some games to go. But right now, when you watch each team each week.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Y'all have an easier schedule. We still got the Seahawks. We still got the Saints. We still got the Cardinals.
Yeah. But
and then we got to play division games again.
And low-key, the Giants are on the upswing. They've been they've lost a lot of games, but they look good in some of their losses. And then Daniel Jones is surprising me with the way he's running that ball.
I know Daniel Jones. We want to do something, and we made Daniel Jones look good. Daniel Jones had a better game than Carson Wentz.
Did he have an 80-yard on y'all? The 80-yard game on y'all? When he rushed that ball for 80 yards.
Yes, and then tripped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. But who knew? And then I think it was last week he ran that ball. He was running by everybody. I don't really keep up with Giants too much, but I was like,
it really could be. And the thing is, it could be anybody. They keep saying it could be the Washington. It could be anybody.
Yeah. So,
but yes, Jason, Derrick Rose got that.
Dog.
That dog. That's what we need. And the thing about Derrick Rose too, like I said about Leo, it's another type of dog when you try to get that ring.
Yeah.
Tired. That's another type of dog, another sense of urgency that we need. These young dudes are like, oh, we'll just wait. It's not our time yet. But when you got to get your ring, period, before it's time to get out there, you have another sense of urgency, dog. And you look at Dwight Howard. That's a thing with Dwight. They literally breathe the new breath of life into him.
He did what he had to do.
He said, "Scary to me, guys. I'm going to do something on Terry." My thing is, when I do these prediction videos, I'm always scared, while I'm in midst of production, that something's going to happen, and then I did a whole video for no reason. So
that's how it goes. People,
I know, but I'm saying, time is valuable, and I don't like it. I can be in the middle of and then get a thing. Oh, Terry.
A notification, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was scared to get off. I was like, I gotta get off D Rose real quick. Gotta get off the people. I think I'm gonna do Terry next. But drop in the comments what video do y'all want to see me do next. We can break down draft players. I want to do that closer to the season starting, but we can break down draft players. We can talk about somebody said Ben Simmons was the best player Philly has across all sports. So I was thinking about doing a video of who's the best Philly player right now. We also got Tobias. I'm gonna defend Tobias' name in a video. We also got, should we get Reggie? Should we get Scary Terry? What was some of my other ideas?
That'd be nice. We were talking about Jeff T.
Shot. So just let me know which y'all want to see next. I think Tatum played better at shooting guard to me. They still need a power forward. They go back to the lineup with Smart, Tatum, Brown, Tristan. They might be hard.
Oh, you talking about Tristan Thompson? Because didn't he just get moved?
The Celtics got Tristan.
Yeah. I like that for them because they need some size.
But he got some hips on him.
Yeah. Oh man.
My thing about Jalen Hurts, I'm double-sided because at this point it's like bring Hurts in now. It's not gonna make a difference on our season. But if we bring him in now, we can start developing him. But is Carson a problem? I don't think it's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. It's now a good time. I actually thought about that earlier today, like maybe yesterday. If you bring in Jalen Hurts now, he might not look any good, given what's around him. Again, I haven't really seen him when he's been in action.
All they've been doing is doing the same, just running. He's just basically playing as a running back.
So like Wildcat type of plays. But yeah, in terms of as a quarterback, I'm not sure he would really look good at this stage in his career with what's going on.
We're gonna make him look bad because of
it'll probably hurt his stock.
That's the thing. We're gonna make him look bad.
It'd be looking like Dwayne Haskins.
Derrick Rose. Okay. Who is Shanice? I don't know who Shanice is. I appreciate it.
Oh man.
Carson out of here next year. My thing is, I want Doug on before Carson because we've seen what Carson can do when he's got the correct people calling his plays. I need to see Doug on. We know Doug without a Frank Wright is nothing. Doug always needs somebody like a Frank supporting him. But if Carson did leave, I can see him going to the Colts because Frank Wright loves Carson and the Colts need a quarterback. And who else would want Carson? I'm just saying, like at this point, like who else needs a Carson?
Yeah.
And he's already got that rapport with Frank. Tobias, Shake, and Matisse plus 2021 first. No, not for Russ.
And then what you gonna do with Ben Simmons?
Yeah, it's just not for Russ. And then we giving up Tobias too. I overread that. No.
That wouldn't be good at all. Like, nah, at all.
Philly need a hungry dog. Yes, we do. And it's Rose. I'm dead. I got everybody talking about dog.
All right, yeah. You're gonna start seeing on ESPN. Should Philly get D-Rose?
Right.
From this. Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith reporting that Wizards and Rockets agreed to deal in principle. Rockets trade Harden, the Wizards, and Wizards trade John Wall, Troy Brown, Thomas Bryant, and 4 unprotected ones. I don't know. I haven't been seeing that.
I'm about to say I ain't seen that either.
But guys, it's getting late. We've been on here for like 2.5 hours.
Going strong too.
He said Ben at the 4, right? We've been going strong. Ben at the 4 in that Russ situation. I don't know.
No, he still can't shoot. So Russ, you got to look at it from the fundamentals. Russ he's not a shooter either. So he gets his points in the paint. He can shoot a couple jumpers, but fundamentally his bread and butter is in the paint. He's driving, right? So you got Embiid down there. Everybody knows that's where he's living at offensively. Ben Simmons down there too, so it's clogging the paint. So it's not a lot of spacing. So it wouldn't really work out, especially in today's game where you got everybody stretching the floor, especially at that 4 position. So I don't really think it would really mesh well like that. I mean, Embiid can stretch, but then again, you still have Ben Simmons down there, like clogging stuff up. So, but I mean, is his post game even like that? Like
Who, Russ?
for Ben Simmons?
He flirted with the 4. He only played a couple of games at the 4.
That's what I'm saying. Because in these days, if you're not gonna shoot it, do you even have a post game? I don't even know if he has that. I don't know. I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying I don't know if he has that.
He got
So
decent, but not to be his sole role. You know what I mean? Playing the 4. Like, it's good for versatility, switching things up matchup wise, but not if he's going to be playing there consistently.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But guys, yeah, we've been on here for a while. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Are y'all working tomorrow? Not sure. I'm not. Okay. Period. What's up, little baby?
OPF for pockets.
He said, congrats on the 1K. My God, Philly. Appreciate it. Make sure you give this live a thumbs up. We've been in here rocking for a while. We covered all the bases. Like, we covered all the bases. Like, we didn't leave no stone unturned. So I think we did a good job.
I think so too. You know.
So before you guys get out of here, make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Drop in the comments. Let us know what you want to see next. Give us some feedback. How y'all like the live? Y'all rocking with it? Y'all not? Let us know what you want to see next.
It's up.
Salute. You gonna sign off?
Oh, I ain't. Sure, I'll let you sign off, but you know, it's
Tell them where to find you.
Oh, I'm low, you know. Hey, I'm low. You know, I don't want everybody finding me tweeting.
You are so annoying.
This Cowboys fan. Oh my God. Nah, you can tweet me. You know what I'm saying?
No, you was talking to facts. So we was talking NBA. You was talking.
Oh, that's all I thought. Yeah, but no, you can find me on Twitter at Grams of Gold, like Graham Cracker, GRAHAMS of Gold. Find me on Twitter. Find me on Instagram, EGJR96. Not really on Facebook, so you know, hit me up on one of those.
All right,
we can chat it up. Peace out.